I hope you're ready for the greatest show about pudding you've ever seen. Make it loud, make it gross. Let's get that hype train a-running for Henry Zebrowski and Jackie Zebrowski in the Good PUD.
We live? Hold on, let me get back to you. Let me get back to you. Okay? Let me get back to you. Okay? Good Lord. My dog. You're a watch salesman. Welcome to the Good PUD. She should be, because guess what? When it comes down to it, the PUD is not good unless you're giving it the good.
Shit!
Get out of here, you wet person.
Oh, what are you, covered in piss or something?
God.
Get away from us.
I gotta say, it's just so good to be here. It's good to be outside.
Yes, it's just good to be drinking in the morning and just, how are we going to keep it up all day?
I actually don't know.
No, I
don't really know.
either.
I don't really know.
Really loving this hat, though.
You know what I like about the hat is that it still smells like meatballs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we got the chat here. Let me talk to the fucking chat.
Because you know, one
Guys.
thing Pizza Hut is known for, it is its meatballs.
They had a whole bar. Do you remember the buffet?
No, I didn't go to a buffet.
You never went to the Pizza Hut? Yes, you did. You were right next to me going, we went to Fettuccine Alfredo. You always did
Chicken
that.
Alfredo at a Pizza
Fettuccine
Hut.
Alfredo. All you did was fettuccine. You remember that?
I
As
mean, I
children?
did, yeah. I used to, yeah. Please, Amber,
Thank you.
get everything away from us.
Yeah, but that's the only thing you ate until you were like 15 years
Yeah,
old.
until I got food poisoning from fettuccine, and then
Prima
when you
Pasta.
start from Prima Pasta,
Prima
remember that?
Pasta was a little place that we knew, and it was back in old days, back in New York City.
Yeah,
where
back in
we're
New
from.
York City. You never
Bebopping
been to
around.
the New York City that we came from.
Yeah, but today we can't just reminisce. 'Cause
Why?
we have stuff to get to today.
Well, I mean,
We got bits.
there's quite a few puds out here,
Well, we'll see.
and I am
gets consumed and what doesn't.
nervous about
What
them.
up to the chat? What's going on, Spunty? Good to see you. Where can you get this
Ooh.
awesome ass outfit? All you need to do is go down to either the Versace store,
Yeah.
or go down to Santee Alley and give a man a heroin needle.
And this is obviously from the Versace store.
Yes,
I mean,
very
look
much
at
so.
look at this high craftsmanship.
You could
Give us
feel-
a spin if
All
you
right.
could.
If you could feel this, Jackie, tell me
Henry,
what
you're
the
covered
actual
in
fabric.
Piss.
What? Oh yeah, my piss. My piss has
You got
been
piss
super.
all over your hands.
My piss has been super stainy recently.
Yeah, I bet.
Like, is it supposed to?
I think
is
you need
piss
to drink
supposed
more
to stain?
water.
Well, that's the thing. I like getting my piss to the point where it's dark brown.
Well, that's when it's really getting up, it's drudging up the bottom of your stomach.
But look here, feel.
Oh my God.
That's pure petroleum.
You don't even know what this feels like.
No, you don't.
It's slinky and it's slimy.
It's actually really disgusting. I do feel like I'm wearing the Mucinex Man.
I don't think that it breathes much, I could assume.
It does
Not
feel like
like
success.
This is
It feels like
breezy,
success. You're right,
easy
chat.
breezy.
But guys, the reason why we're coming here today, we're rebranding Good PUD,
Yes.
right? Because Good PUD so far, as you've known it, has been this lark.
a lot
sort
of
of like-
nom, 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 nom.
A pudding-based lark.
But we
because
need to
Jackie
make
and I
it
do
more
like
than that.
pudding. We like pudding. We like to, we like to put it out there because number one,
We
first,
put it out there.
first message about the Good PUD that we want to make sure all y'all fucking know. Fuck yogurt.
Down with Gert.
Fuck yogurt.
Especially, remember when everyone's squeezing it out of tubes? They're chunking down
Well,
Gert?
my
Like
thing-
that's something you're supposed to be doing?
I don't know what executive son said, Daddy, I'm on the go. I need a hot yogurt in my pocket.
Yeah.
And he was like, yum, yum, yum. Fuck yogurt and fuck whatever it is that they do.
I
You're
hate
gonna
that
it's,
No, we don't need you yet,
we
sir.
don't need you yet, sir. We don't need you yet, sir.
Oh, we've got
Um,
somebody special coming
There's
in
some
a
time.
little
there's some
later.
time. But the reason, again, we're doing Good PUD here, we're trying to rebrand because we actually got pretty devastating news
Yeah.
recently. This is devastating for us because recently, I don't know if you guys saw this. I mean, it was trending, and a lot of people were talking about this, and I'm still kind of reeling from it. But Siblings Illustrated, they put out top 7 sibling power couples, and
We're pretty upset about it. Let's just say that we are pretty upset.
I'm just like, I can't believe it because, like, how could we tie for 7th? I don't know. And that's why
The
this whole
7th
thing's
place,
about.
tied for 7th place.
So we're rebranding. We're showing people, like, if
We're
you're
trying
not
to get out there,
if
man.
you're not with us,
You're
against
against
us, right? Because remember, twosomes, right? I'll fucking kill your mother. I'll kill your mother. You try to tell me I'm
But you're not gonna kill our mother because that's
No.
2 against 1, and you're gonna go down.
Our mother's like 4 of us.
Yeah.
All right.
You want to fuck with that, Linda?
But we're going to talk about it because our goal with this new Good PUD show, which you're going to be doing regularly on Twitch here.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so sub and get your little pudding cup.
Get your subs
Thing.
on. Get your subs
Because it
on.
does something on there. You like it. You kids like it. Some of you adults, they got nowhere to go.
And this platform that we are running on, anti-Gert, we're out here. We're gonna put our hats on, looking for pudding sponsorships.
Yes, and we're going to get to pudding sponsorships and how Cozy Craft, honestly, they're local. And they got to be local to us. I mean, I want to meet the executive of Cozy Craft. I want to take him out to lunch.
I wanna get in there.
I want him to hear my ideas, and I want to hear his ideas.
What are your pudding ideas?
More of it.
Yes.
You know what I've been saying too recently?
What?
Thicker, which we're going to talk about today.
Really, you want it to be like
Thicker.
How about chunks? How do you feel about
I
chunks
love a chunk.
in a pudding?
Puds up in this chat.
We got
Puds
puds.
up in the chat.
We got puds up in the chat.
Pud, what's going on? I love to see your little cuppies.
Yes, man.
But-
Put it in your mouth.
That's disgusting. And it's sexual.
Yes.
Now-
well, we are sweating by the pool.
I am
so-
dying. I am dying. Now, we want to kind of go through, first of all, we'll go through this list. Like, again, fuck these other sibling couples because...
You say couples as if they're all
most of
sucking
them
on
are.
each other.
Most of them are.
You're
That's
right.
That's what gives us the edge.
But maybe that's why we're not higher up on the list.
Yeah, that's what
I hate to throw that out there.
We'll find out, all right? So number 1, of course, our number 1 enemy, the Osmonds.
them up in front of me.
I know one sweet day they'll be dead.
Yeah.
And when they do, the rest of us can move forward. Because obviously, again, this is not
We don't
jealousy.
want them to die. We
No,
don't
no,
want
this is
them
not
to
jealousy.
die.
This is jealousy. Because I look at them, again, close. We can't dance. That's the one thing we can't. Like, can you do a jazz square?
Sure, yeah. Oh, I can't.
We got to get your knees looked at.
I can't.
Well, see, this is, again, this is a
we'll
part of
never
our
be the
journey that
Osmonds.
we're going to have to figure out. Because, first of all, I'm embarrassed for you.
What's going to be our thing?
I feel like, pudding, obviously.
Well,
Pudding's
yeah.
the one thing that none of these pieces of shit have.
Yeah.
That's what we have
I
on
bet
lockdown.
the Osmonds love yogurt.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, if you look at their denture work, they either like yogurt or chewing on actual marrow bones like they're Rottweilers.
Don't take their bones away from them, though. That's how you get bitten.
And now obviously it's couple number 1. They're not going anywhere until they die. We know
Yeah,
that.
but I will say the fits.
Their fits were legendary.
I'm going to throw out a little bit of envy here. Their
Yes.
fits were unbelievable, and I think that we could rock.
Tapioca is not delicious. Kinder Bun. Unfortunately, that is the one thing that you were incorrect about.
Incorrect. Yeah,
Yes.
tapioca is delicious.
So couple number 2. Obviously, no surprise here, the Gyllenhaals. Objectively, the sexiest brother-sister.
I guess.
Objectively.
Objectively.
Well, just because they
because
also...
the secretary. Babo.
I'm glad you're not in that.
I'm
I'm glad you're not in
also
that.
glad I'm not in that.
If you were in that, I'd have to set myself on fire.
Yeah, but I could be James Spader in it.
I guess that's one of those things where it's like maybe, what if we flipped it? I'm the one doing the sub getting spanked movies.
And I'm also in it?
No, you're like a CEO. But then you do Nightcrawler.
Oh, a female CEO.
You become
So I'm
the
taking
serious
pictures
you
of
become
you
the
doing
serious
it?
actore. No, you're the Jake.
Oh, I'm the Jake, you're the Maggie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same cup size. Right?
Are you talking about the two of us?
No, me. Me, honestly. She's very slender. All right. Zero Fox says I'll donate $100 if you look into Jackie's eyes and she describes her period. That's disgusting.
Whoa. And also, I don't
Again,
bleed,
this is
and I have an
Twitch.
IUD.
This is, yeah. She can't bleed
I
anymore.
can't bleed.
She's Woman 2.0.
Yes.
Yeah, woo.
Get with it. It hurts to get put in. And they don't talk about it enough. And that's what we're here to talk
No,
about
it's not.
today
No,
on
this is
Good
funny.
PUD.
This is not IUD good. Good
Will
IUD.
you donate $100? I'll talk about how difficult it is to put your IUD in.
And it's not good. It's not good. Obviously third, which is kind of surprising this year, Jaden and Willow Smith.
See, you say surprised, but I completely, of all of the siblings on this list, I dare say the Smiths are the only ones that are definitely, like, more evolved than we are.
Well, they're different again. They got the power of the name, right?
The power of the name.
Yeah, power again. Zebrowskis are only known in pudding circles and deep in the hills of Warsaw.
And on the Hallmark cruise. Do you have any desire to go on the Hallmark cruise? Have you heard about the Hallmark Christmas cruise?
I feel like the MILFs would tear me to pieces.
I know they would. They would lick you until you didn't have any skin.
Jay
left.
Meredith, hello. Good to see you. But
What's
no,
up,
I can't,
Jay Meredith?
No, I can't go there because, again, I can't be on a boat with MILFs while they're all, like, riled up like that.
What about
I'm married.
karaoke? It's Christmas karaoke.
Again, I feel like all the Jingle Bell stuff is going to make them, like, all sweaty as all hell.
They're going to think about your balls.
Yes. Well, because then they're going to just see me up there gyrating.
And they're going to be like, oh, just thinking about his sweaty balls.
The reason why I'm orange is because my piss is dyeing my hands. All right, I
Because
pissed
he
all
made
over
a
my
bunch
hands
of
and my
piss
legs.
balloons.
I made piss balloons and then,
Yes, he made
all right,
piss
you want to fucking know? You want to really know the transparent part of it? I bought transparent balloons that were supposed to see the piss, and then we lost the balloons, and then we put them in yellow balloons anyway. Okay, but I was
You
trying
could
to.
have just put water in
They
it.
were piss. They were piss.
And Henry even said, he's like, man, I just made piss balloons, and now I got yellow all over my hands. The second
All right, they're saying, are there
got
audio issues? Are there audio issues? It's because I'm grabbing the thing. Am I grabbing the wrong cord? This is live.
Yeah,
It's live as hell.
this is how we're making shit happen, guys, on the fly. I could be in that pool at any second. The second I'm done with this, I'm taking off this tiny shirt, and no, you can't see it, and I'm jumping in that damn pool.
All right, just crackly. It's a little crackly. Just hold it like Ginger.
Like Ginger Rogers.
She's fucking dead. Next one up on the illustrated list. Again, they fall in a couple of places over
You don't
time.
want to continue talking about the Smiths?
The
I
Smiths
think
are-
you're scared.
No, they're powerful and they have their place on the. I understand why, but that's why we have to outmaneuver them with cool choices.
Yeah.
Again,
I mean, obviously, look at
we
this.
just have to be. Look at us, man.
It took me 3 tries to figure out how to put this shirt on because it's just a big sleeve of sequin.
This is. I feel like we're already doing it. I'm
Yeah, we're
younger
doing it.
already. I don't care what my head says. I'm younger already. All right.
Thank you.
But
Thank
the
you guys for understanding and appreciating my top and knowing that it's tiny and that it's a weird top.
It is a weird top, but I actually thought you don't look bad.
Wow. That's the nicest thing Henry has ever said to me.
We're really making it. All right, so the next up on the list, number 4, Angelina Jolie and James Haven, her brother. Now,
See, you gotta look up. Now you're like, oh, who's James Haven? What brother is that? Look at that picture.
do you remember that night? It was 2000. I remember it was the Oscars 2000. I remember as a brother-sister entertainment pair budding. Obviously, at the time, we're 16.
And we're not talking about rosebuds, if you know what I mean.
No, but just like, because that's like, the picture we're showing, that's like a tame one. Because there is another one where they are like literally.
Going to town.
The brother is tasting the mother on the sister.
I feel like he's getting back there. He's tasting the throat dangly.
God, yeah, he's
going,
tasting Angela Jolie's tasting the grandmother and the brother.
Whoa! It's got jeans in his mouth.
I don't know if they have a tape because, again, the legalities.
Yeah.
I mean, because I feel like you can't have a public incest tape and buy a child.
Well, maybe not public.
Just
Because you ain't gonna never find any of my tapes.
It's
I'll
like
tell
in the
you
same.
what.
It's in the same vault as a. Ugh. 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 Well, honestly, I do understand. I do understand. It works
I'm
for
a
some nights.
woman in my prime.
I know the mic is cracking, Emily G. We're doing our best.
And Pippino, thank you for realizing that I let Henry borrow my Pizza Hut hat.
It's true.
Surprisingly, it's not Henry's.
Yeah, we're not brought up UFOs because this is not a UFO time. This is good put. All right?
But aren't you happy about all that stuff coming out, huh?
Later.
Aren't you happy about all that stuff coming out?
Later. I need content for next week.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So the next one is on the list.
All right, so we're not going to be sucking face to try and get up.
Not for clout.
No, not
No.
for the sibling illustrated. I'll deal with being tied for last.
No. I don't want to even be. I don't even want to think about it.
No, I don't want to think.
I don't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about what your mouth tastes like.
Tastes like passion.
And
cold brew.
And cold brew.
Mm.
No,
There we go.
and wine. We're just like everybody in the reality shows.
Oh, Hoda!
Uh-oh.
You're Hoda!
Oh, Wine Wednesday.
All right, here we
Drinking
go.
in the morning.
Next sibling couple, Ray J and Brandy. Now, the thing about they got to a point was like I actually was kind of surprised. I didn't even know that.
That they would be on the list?
Yes.
Oh,
but then
yeah.
it turns out, I guess, just simply the economic power of Ray J's penis alone took him, and also Brandy skirting manslaughter.
Yes.
And that gives you a power, because that's the one thing I
That is
think that
something
we
we're
can't
never
do.
going to have.
But no,
We're never going to have that.
I would say,
if
though,
we got convicted, we would be convicted of manslaughter pretty quickly.
I do believe that if we got away with manslaughter, it would be incredible. I
And
think
yes,
we'd bump up.
Lil
And that's one of
Ash.
the things that we could focus on for Good Put. So if we can
You're
get
right.
away with it, then we can move forward.
We
but
can
then
move
there's
forward, we can live.
we can move up, all right?
Yes.
Because Ray G's penis is the size of my shin, right? It's the size of my entire lower leg.
Mm-hmm.
And his penis launched the Helen of Troy of penises.
Oh my God.
It launched a whole fucking $1 billion.
Did you ever watch that video? The videotape?
No, why would I ever do that?
Oh, I don't know why you would, but also I think one thing that we can get on top of Ray J and Brandy is that would you be willing to have not one, but 2 tattoos of my full face tattooed onto your body like Ray J has of his sister Brandy?
Yeah, I would love that.
Where would you put him?
Well, but I'd probably do a frowny face on one butt cheek and a happy face on the other. Like a drama mask. Yeah, when we talk about it all the time. Isn't it weird how no one ever frowns? Have you ever seen anybody do that? Who does
I'm
that?
sad, Daddy.
Yeah, honestly, yes, it is. Yes, Ray J has a
Veronica
tattoo
frowns.
of Brandy. He loves
Yes.
his sister. Yeah, with the puds in the chat. Sticky bun love. I love this.
He loves his sister in a way that I worry you just don't love me enough.
I just...
How much do you love me? How far would you go?
Well, again, we've talked about this as a family. We're allowed to cover up one accidental murder.
Yes.
But that's as far as we're
That's
going to
it? That's the only amount that you love me is accidental murder?
go. Also, I've driven you to the airport.
Have you?
Actually, no, I don't
I
think I
don't
have.
think he has.
No, I don't think I've helped you move
Yeah, you've helped me move.
like
That's,
3 times. You
yeah,
lived
yeah.
with me.
I did live with
free.
you for a year.
And then I remember
yeah.
you lived with me, and then we would be trying to sleep, and all we hear in the other room is hear glug, glug, glug as you're drinking white wine out
And
of the
then you
bottle.
hear cry, cry, cry. Lots of crying happened in that house. A lot of crying happened.
I'm so sad.
I was very, very sad. And I was living with my older brother, and I didn't have anything.
Go, and now we have the couple that we are unfortunately just fucking locked horns with.
And how do we get away? Uh-oh, hype train is
Hype
closed.
train's rolling fucking
Get
through.
those subs in your hype train.
What's going on? Puts up in the chat, Angelic Pud.
Yes, put their. Where are the puds at? I know we
Sorry,
haven't
I
gotten
haven't
the
blown
puds
my nose.
yet.
I got allergy. My nose is running in the
you
morning.
were just making fun of me for taking my allergy medication, and he went, "Why do you need allergy medication? It's so my nose doesn't run."
No, I was just like it felt like you were
Puds
taking
in
it.
chat, puds in chat,
Put it in
hype
chat, put it in chat. Get
train,
that put, put it in your mouth. Get
Get
that
a
put,
hype
put it in your mouth. Get
train,
that put, put it in your mouth. You fucking bitch. Eat them butts. Well, we're gonna get now. We do need to get to, but I do want to do one
Oh,
last
no,
bit.
yeah. Thank
who
you for the
unfortunately,
puds.
thank you
oh
for the
my God,
puds.
thank you for
We're
made that
getting
hype
to-
train happen.
We're getting to your pudding content now. But we also
But
just
last
want
but
to say
not least of who we are neck and neck siblings illustrated.
Smollets. Now, the thing about the Smollets is obviously one is now a super acclaimed actor, and the other one, I don't know which one's which, but one is.
I think we
been dealing
remember
with this
which
stuff.
one is which.
But no, I'm just saying I don't remember. And the two of them, I mean, like again, it feels like they had some unfortunate sort of news happen. Or something happened. I don't know what happened, but they
Oh,
fell
yeah.
like 5 slots.
yeah.
Just this year.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? What happened?
He a liar.
She had to deal with years and years of this. She is a saint. After witnessing this, I feel bad for your guys' mom. That's what someone says. She just got a fucking new tile floor. She's doing fine.
She's doing fine.
She's doing great. All right? She's fine.
She's doing great.
Unbelievable.
And
Puts
you-
in the chat. Puts in the chat. Get
Yes,
that boots.
yes,
Up in the
yes,
chat.
yes,
Take them
yes.
boots. Up your ass. And you take them boots.
Look at them
out your
subs
mouth.
coming in.
But again, we're just going to wrap up this extremely tight bit about Sibling Illustrated. We're going to come back to this, not today, ever, but soon.
But maybe someday, and also always going after the oddsmans because
Again,
man,
#1, until the day that they die. And I
the
know
day.
that for a fact that the Gyllenhaals, they just said, every day.
They're also,
praying.
yeah, they're just
They try.
little, they're angel babies, and we're never gonna overtake them.
what's-
Simply because of Secretary, we're never gonna overtake them. We know that.
Well, because again, their legacy, and they taught us. Because if they didn't walk, way cool, ain't run. And then the other ones, it's like in the Gyllenhaals, they are, I'd say, like vaguely more talented than us, but mostly I just think they had nepo babies.
Yes, that's what it is. It's and
That's
we
how
don't
you always get away
we
with
don't
it.
even need to be nepo babies. We don't
No,
even need it.
I'm
We
the
don't need it.
nepo.
Yeah.
I'm the nepo.
Technically, I'm the nepo to him, but that's fine.
Okay, so now we're gonna do this thing. All right. 25 subs
we
to the
need
next
25
goal.
more
25 more
subs.
subs. And part of why we're doing this, just so you know, we got a whole bunch of new shows that we're going to be doing here for the Twitch channel, and this
So
is going to help us
soon.
do this, returning ourselves to a little fucking UHF.
Thank you guys so much for coming out today and for hanging out with us and for subbing to our new channel because we are going to have so much content coming in your face.
You're going to die, and then I'm
die.
going to be put into therapy because everyone says I work too hard, I care too much, but I tell them, you've never seen me at my worst, you can't handle me at my best.
I don't know. I've been throwing up recently from anxiety.
Oh, I thought that's just because you're a bitch.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. I do have the pukey bitches.
I thought it's because you
And then I
got
go,
bitch
"My
disease.
bitch. My bitch."
All right, Jackie, it's time for some pudding content.
Okay, putting
Because
content.
people have been here, they're waiting, people have
I
been talking
know,
about
and
the
you're
puds.
gooshing for it. I hope you got your own
Jeff the
goods at
Talking
home.
Mongoose, I did invite Marty. Mr. Scorsese is here. Mr.
Yeah, he
Scorsese
just
is
doesn't
here.
want to be on camera. He's in the pool,
He
actually.
said, don't cut to him.
Yeah, no, he doesn't.
Don't
We
even- no,
promised-
don't.
No, we promised.
Don't
we
you
promised
ever.
we wouldn't show up.
Marty, do you need any more pepperoni?
No, I'm good. Oh, okay. That came from over there.
Whoa, Jackie.
That came from all the way over there.
Where is Ben Big Tits? He's sleeping. He's
yeah,
gonna be
he
here
can't.
soon.
He can't be here yet.
He needs to be. He's in the second half. We're doing this
Yeah.
for 12 hours.
Yeah.
All right,
No,
here we
the
go.
people that wake up early are here earliest.
All right, so I am going to now. We're gonna do a fun new bit because normally we just eat pudding and describe it.
Yeah, and that's, anybody could do that. We've
Seven
got
left
7
to
left
go.
to go.
7 subs
Get
left
your
to the goal.
subs in.
But what we're gonna do here is a fun game for Jackie, where I'm gonna play a little PUD roulette. Jackie, you're gonna guess which one to eat. Because the part of this is that we know to ascend, right? In order to get past this next couple steps.
So we
is that
have
got
to do
show.
this. We have to do this
Well,
for Siblings Illustrated.
We're showing people that we are extra and we're savage.
Okay, and
Right?
Riz, and we have Riz.
We have Riz, and our whole thing is we do things that other people won't dare
They
to.
won't.
We're-
They're too scared
we're too
to do
extreme.
it. Yeah.
We're too extreme, and so we want you guys to see us because, we know what you guys like. You're like, oh, they're ruining their lives. Hit the sub goal. That's what I'm
We
fucking
hit
talking
the
about.
sub goal.
Goddamn sub goal. That's what I'm
Thank
fucking
you guys
talking
so
about.
much
That's what
for
I'm
fucking
fucking
showing up and showing out.
Moon Bastard, I do have his response. No, this is true. This is what. See his hands. He is the prophet. See his hands. Bring him to you.
I'm scared of your piss hands.
Look at.
Ew, ew, ew.
We're getting
ew,
closer. Look,
ew,
Angelina,
ew.
it's
You
me,
feel how
James.
sweaty I am?
Yeah, you are like a
I
frog.
am. This is.
You have a frog
not
skin right now.
Breathing at
No,
all.
this is not either. I am just. Ugh.
I'm
All right.
actively sweating my makeup off.
But to show you that we mean business, what we're gonna do is play a little PUD roulette. So 3 of these have delicious chocolate
Wait, where did you
pudding.
keep the spoons? They're not in your chest, right? Oh, all right, they're in his pocket.
It's in my pocket.
It's in his pocket. He's got spoons in
Ooh,
his
Jackie,
pocket.
feel how hot they are from the bottom.
Ew, ew.
That's some hot spoons. And what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna put them back.
Wait, oh, don't put
gotta
them
put 'em
back.
back. I gotta
Why
put
can't
'em
you
back.
just put them on the table?
I gotta put them back because no, the table's covered in bug guts.
Ew.
Table's covered in bug guts. So
All right, I
what we're
like
gonna do.
my spoons to be pre-warmed.
Yes,
before I put
that's
them in
why.
my
That's
mouth,
just perfect. So it
this
can
is
really
for the
cut
best.
through. And so what we're gonna do now here is, all right. So 3 have delicious chocolate
Wait,
pudding.
What does one of them have?
All right. So last night in the Zebrowski Culinary Labs, I went and I talked to myself. I said, "Hey Henry, what's your little dream? What's your dream that you want?" And there's something inside me that said, what the world is missing and what we're gonna bring out is a savory cold pudding, like I had introduced before on this. You remember how we did savory cold pudding the one time in Good Pud?
Oh, I remember. Oh, yeah, when you had the leftover meat sauce and you're like, oh, we got to do Good Pud today,
Yes.
so you just gave me cold meat sauce?
It was a cold savory pudding. Well, I decided to invent a new one, and it's called hamburger pudding. And what it is all of the elements. It's all of the elements of a hamburger.
Okay, spin me the tail.
It's the elements of a hamburger, but it's in a pudding form.
Okay.
All right? So I'm going to do this.
Is there bun? No, I need more information
No, there is
than that.
no reason for that.
Is there cheese in it? What did you do?
There is a cheese.
There is a cheese. All right, so
go.
I have to not choose that one.
Yes. So I'm going to show you now. I'm going to swirl these around. You're going to choose one, all right? And you're going to be like, and then you choose one, and then we'll go from there.
Okay,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
All right,
This is really good. I'm so glad it's so early in the day to do this.
Follow the foot.
Follow the bud, 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 follow the bud. Follow his piss hand of Pud. Follow the piss hands of Pud.
Hey, girls out there. Girls on the top patch.
Oh, no, with the microphone. Oh, the microphone. Uh-oh.
All right, so, Jackie.
All right, chat, which one? Do I do 1, 2, 3,
Oh, do you
or
want them to choose for you?
4?
Oh, that's really funny. I didn't think you were going to do that.
I'm going to let them choose. 1,
Pudding's
2,
up.
3, or 4.
2.
I'm seeing lots of 2s. I'm seeing lots of 1s.
2.
I'm seeing lots of 4s. I'm seeing lots of 3s. That's
one.
all of them.
Choose
I'm
one.
going number 2, baby.
All right.
All right.
Pre-warm spoon.
Oh, it is warm.
Cut
to
right
the
through
touch.
like a hot butter, like a hot,
All right,
hot knife
let me
through
find
butter.
out. Let's find out what's inside here.
Pudding's up in the chat.
Oh, thank God.
It's just chocolate.
It's just chocolate pudding.
It's just chocolate pudding.
I don't want to eat hamburger pudding.
Yeah.
Don't
Just eat
make
the
me eat
pudding.
hamburger pudding.
No, eat the chocolate pudding.
Okay, all right.
See?
See, you gotta keep it on your lips a little bit, because that's really how you taste. People say that your taste buds are on your tongue, but I say that it's on your lips. That is some creamy pudding. Thank you, Henry, for giving me such creamy pudding on this day. I love it.
You finish it now.
No, I can't finish it. There's so much
Come on.
pudding in here.
You finish it
this
now.
This is a whole cup of pudding.
You finish it now. Come on.
I'll eat a little bit.
You packed
more.
them.
I packed them. Guess I gotta
All right.
snack them.
So, guys,
I
I'm
got
just
pudding on the microphone.
I'm just going to, hey, thank you for the puds. What's going on? Yeah, it does. You are looking into a schizophrenic's head, Phantom Goo. That's what this is. This is pudding-based entertainment. So,
Wait,
I'm just going to bust it because, no, I'm not doing this. Because I said this up.
Why?
I said this up. Oh, should I?
Yeah, you gotta eat some pudding. You gotta tell everyone what you feel about the pudding.
I'm going to eat this one.
You have to use your own warm spoon, though. We're not Angelina Jolie out here.
I'm just going to eat this.
I don't want your mouth on. Yeah. What do you think?
Ribbons of lighter chocolate.
Right? It's kind of nice. It's a little bit of it's a swirl. It's not just chocolate. There's a swirl.
Swirl. I want to say that's like raccoon butter.
Oh yeah? That's when you know when it greases down the back of your throat.
Man,
Ugh.
nothing like 95 degrees, sitting in your petroleum-based outfit,
Woo!
can't see through your glasses,
Woo!
eating a bunch
That's
of
why I had to
pudding.
take off my sunglasses because I was sweating so much it was
Nose is
fogging
running.
up.
I am just...
Can you
I am
see?
in-
Is the camera picking up the visible sweat that's all over my face? Okay, great. All
I
right.
feel like I'm watching an
Add
X-Files.
this
I feel like I'm watching the X-Files episode with the two psychic twins that kill people by playing Hangman. It's very funny. Puts in the chat.
Put to the chat.
I do sell watches. Now, guys, the reason why I want to do this is a fun bit. We're going to do this pudding roulette, right, because it's extreme.
Yes.
But again, when it comes down to it, we're performing all day.
Woo.
All right, and so I don't got time to worry about whatever this pudding bullet's going to do to me.
No, we can't put this into our bodies.
No,
but
I
there's
can't be
someone
eating
that
this. So,
might
like-
be able to help us.
Like, my thing is that, again, I can't just, we can't risk ourselves.
No.
We're trying to ascend up the rat. And, we talked about being savage, but I think it's more savage to delegate.
And that is what people in charge have to do.
The super
Delegation.
But I'd like to introduce, I don't know where he is. You see him there? He seems
Oh,
to be
he's in
enjoying
there.
himself talking to somebody
doesn't
else.
he look like he's smiling?
Hey, Gaston, can we get our pudding butler, please?
Where is he?
And tell him to bring a fucking spoon. Can you get
Do
a
you have
spoon
a
for yourself?
You need a spoon.
Come on, Pudding Butler.
Yeah, what do you want, a warm
That
spoon
is our paid
from
for
his
Pudding
pocket?
Butler. That's our medic over there. He's doing a great job.
Yeah, how great is it?
I actually thought
Medic's looking great.
To be honest, I thought he was supposed to be wearing a bikini. You want to show our spoon butler? Here comes our
Wait,
Pudding
show
Butler.
us a little bit more, Holden.
All right,
Come
thank
on,
you,
come
Pudding
on. Wait, show us the umbilical hernia.
No, there's gonna be a lot more hernia content later on.
My entire family died in a canyon accident. Why did they leave me so alone? Why did they leave me here?
This is boring.
Yeah, you're
boring me.
You're being yuck right
You're
now.
boring me. All right, so.
Have you ever tasted the blood of a salamander? It's like gelatin.
Well, you're not having that right now.
That's not what this is, although
Right.
you might rather have that
So
than what
here we
is
go,
in
Pudding
here.
Butler again. I need you to taste this for us
Do you
as
know
you
what's
normally
in
taste our
this?
food.
Milk, milk, lemonade. My brother died of AIDS.
Great.
Wow.
Great content.
Wow.
It's great.
All right, what's
And what
this?
we have here, now this is my homemade Zebrowski's old-fashioned hamburger pudding. Now, the reason why I made this for you, Pudding Butler, is because you're not allowed to
God,
eat unless
it
we...
smells.
No, because no, that's just the ketchup. So if you could see it, honestly, I like this. I think that this is, again, I think there should be more savory puddings. I feel like that's not...
Are people saying kind things about my costume in chat?
Wait,
Wait,
People
I
saying,
think
"I love
that
you,
people
Holden," people
can't
saying
see.
they're dying,
Let's get,
but
I
no.
think you gotta show that off.
Has this gotten even grosser? Don't make fun of his body like that. That's
Are
our
they-
Pudding Butler. His family died so that he could live within
Are
our
they
home and
saying
take care
kind
of us.
things about my canyon family that
I
died?
bet.
People are saying that's bad. You're saying that hamburger pudding is bad?
What's more
Yeah.
disgusting, my outfit or the hamburger pudding?
This poll. Can we throw up a poll? Can we throw up a poll? Does that work? All right, here we go. No, yes, if the mic cord does get wet, Holden will be electrocuted.
Oh yeah, no, that's why we've got
So,
the medic here.
I would like for you to try some of this because we can't to show how savage we
because
are.
it's gonna hurt our stomach.
Yeah, I can't have my stomach hurt.
Wait,
and
get-
and
yeah,
describe
get
for
a
the
bit-
audience
yeah,
what it
you have
tastes
to
like.
describe.
You use his micro. You don't want it to smell like it.
It's fucking delicious.
Right?
Whoa!
Right? Stay
Ew,
cold,
he's going
savory,
for
thick
more.
pudding.
He's going for more.
Right?
It's gonna feel so good when I shit it out.
Oh.
We have a porta potty outside of our mansion.
Thank God I'm so happy.
Can you
that
have another?
I just
He's been,
It's not
he's been
bad, right?
going.
It's got a mustard
But, like,
flavoring.
Pudding Butler, you do feel that it could be, it's like not bad. Like I could sell that.
I like chunky beef. It's got a mustard flavoring mixed in with a creaminess that says, "Hey, I like mayo all day."
It's yogurt.
It's like
Whoa!
I had to
here.
because of the heat. I knew it was going to be out. I didn't.
It's like what I
didn't want to
imagine.
make
On
it.
this show.
I know it had to be. I had
It's
to.
like what I imagine eating Wendy's vagina out would be.
His dog.
You're disgusting. Yeah, fuck yogurt. I know.
No, the fast food fucking mascot.
I know.
God.
Fuck yogurt. Fuck yogurt.
Fuck yogurt.
Fuck yogurt.
Fuck yogurt.
I don't think I like the onion though.
I did that for texture.
Makes it feel like there's a bunch of little cockroaches crawling around in it.
Yeah, texture.
You've
Why is the
eaten
onion
so
moving?
much of that.
Right.
This is what I'm saying.
Ew, my God. I said, ew, my God, and that's my new phrase.
What it is I made a bunch of it's hamburger and onions, and then you got ketchup and mustard. in
It's
it.
got a
Oh
good.
my
It's got a good
God.
tongue feel. So I suggest instead of like just putting them out and eating it normal, go like start with the tongue.
Hamburger pudding is honestly
Oh.
hamburger pudding is according to the poll much more disgusting than your outfit.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Thanks,
Oh,
guys.
isn't
That's
that,
really
that's
amazing.
the nicest thing we've
Anyone's
ever
ever
said
said to
Alden.
him. No one's ever
Yeah.
said anything. Even his wife.
Man, I can't wait to change back into my clothes.
Yeah, I think it's time for you to leave.
All right, this is great. Can I take this?
Have it.
All right.
Give some to my wife.
No, she doesn't eat meat.
She'll learn. Man, it is bumping out there. Marty, calm down.
Put your clothes back on.
Marty, what are you doing over there, you crazy guy?
Man.
He just committed suicide.
Well,
World's
what a way
greatest
to go.
filmmaker. He said
Wow.
he said
Wow.
something about how he wanted his casket to win an Oscar for Killers of the New Flower Moon.
We were going after the Osmonds today.
Yeah,
Who
he's
knew?
beer bonging, but he's doing it upside down.
Is that like upside down tit syndrome when your tits are in your face?
What?
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
What?
Your tits are upside down. Then your tits are in your face.
What in the living hell are you talking
You
about?
know, like that thing.
Are you saying funny, or are you trying to be like somehow
I
coherent?
was that good of an actress that he thought I was being real.
Pudding's in the chat.
Pudding's a joke.
You know what? That's the thing. I always say this about you, Jackie, because sometimes I do wonder because you're
Going back for
shapeshifter.
more?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have more pudding. It's good pudding. We got 25 more minutes we have to fill.
Nah.
We got a long time. We have a long time, and I only have
really
one last bit.
Yeah.
Only one last bit.
No, so we've got other things that we've got to talk about. And it's not going to be 90 Day Fiance. I know that because you're not caught up.
What are you talking about? I will a little bit, but honestly, that's a good sub-bar because that's when we got to. Oftentimes in Good Put, we like to talk about reality television
Yes.
because that's what I watch to decompress. In between all of whenever I'm watching something, because most of the time it's like, and when they found her severed torso,
Yeah.
several layers of semen were found inside of her
Not my
top
thing.
intestine. And I like that.
Sure.
But afterwards, it's nice to have something that, light.
Yeah.
Because I'm watching the new 90 Day,
Yeah.
the one the other way, when it's like that woman thinks that she can make that skinny man defy all of Egypt. Why does that? That woman looks like. Do you guys know who I'm talking about from 90 Day Fiance?
I know exactly who you're
Like
talking
the
about.
woman who looks like the Muppet of the version of the Ghost of Christmas Present, a Christmas Past.
I
Ghost
was
of Christmas
just
Past.
talking about this Muppet yesterday.
She has that little
and she's got the tiny
just-
little doll hands.
I just don't understand, Mahmoud. I do not want
Oh,
to wear.
Mahmoud.
Mahmoud, I do not want to wear
She
the
looked
burqa, Mahmoud.
because also, which I don't know if you know this, but that Muppet was actually shot underwater with oil mixed into the water so that it would look how it floats that
Well,
way.
I wish that woman from 90 Day Fiance was shot underwater.
No, no.
Shots fired.
Bringing too much evil too early in the day.
Shots fired.
Whoa.
Kickflip in the sunset. But no, yeah, I don't like her. That's the one thing. That storyline makes me upset.
Yeah.
But my favorite is who you're gonna be in the future.
The other woman that I thought you were talking about.
just don't understand, Osama.
She loves Osama so much,
There
and
is
she is
a-
going to bury him alive.
She's like a 65-year-old woman.
Yeah.
That moved from, was it like Tennessee?
Yeah, one of those.
And she given up everything to
Yeah.
meet this 24-year-old farmer in Turkey, raise a turkey.
And he comes from, like, he's got nothing. His whole thing, he's like, I always expected I'd be by myself forever. He just wants to be with his chickens. I don't understand why
You
he's
don't
with
understand.
this woman.
He tells her, he's just like, you will come. And he's just like, I will teach you to cook, and I will make you a half Moroccan wife. And oh yeah, he's Moroccan. And then that's what I say to Natalie whenever she cooks a HelloFresh. I was like, oh, that's my half Moroccan wife, and she loves it.
I bet
She
does.
loves it. But I think that you're gonna be that woman because I see her because she's just like, oh, Shama, I don't understand. I'm going back to Tennessee.
She's
When am
gonna
I going
eat
back
him.
to Tennessee, Osama?
She's gonna rip him apart with her own mouth.
No, because that was the thing. He's slow rolling it. Because Osama, he's just this like, you have to come and learn how to be a Moroccan wife.
And she's just like, yeah, but he really expects that to happen.
I wonder if he'd because he didn't go down on her.
How do you know?
Because he's got one tooth. The
Yeah,
other
but
one...
maybe that makes him not get in the way.
Honestly, it would be nice to have no teeth just for those moments.
And also think of how easy it would be to eat the pud. We wouldn't even have to open our mouths. We could just shove it in.
Yeah, like the woman from Egypt. That girl. Mahmoud, I don't know. I don't want to live with your grandmother, Mahmoud.
And that's just not how it's gonna fucking be. Oh, what is her
Mahmoud.
name? I
Her
hate
name's
dumb
like
face.
Jerica. It's like a bad name.
Yes.
It's some bad name.
She's got that bowl cut. And she just looks silly.
We're gonna get to more PUD content. We're gonna get to more goddamn PUD content. Putting some in the chat. It's Nicole. That's her name.
Not a weird name at all.
Well, I thought because
just
I
Nicole.
assume she's a very difficult person.
Yes.
But that's the only show
Yeah.
we watch because we were trying to watch the other one, 90 Days, where was it before? But all the couples are yelling at each other.
Yeah, that's fun. That's the fun thing about it. You're not eating enough pudding, Henry.
I actually ate a lot in the first go.
I know, it hurts my belly.
And it's like all the dairy is also
need
making
water.
me. I need water. I literally have drank nothing but cold brew since I woke up.
And I'm just sweating so much.
We are sweating hard.
I'm sweating.
We're not eating the meat pudding.
No, he took it with him, thank God.
Eat it with your fingers like DeSantis. That destroyed his entire. Think about how I do think that's important part why good PUD is important for the zeitgeist.
Because it's pudding for the people.
We're gonna get there. But DeSantis.
Sing.
I know you do, Jack. I just want
to sing.
Oh, Summer, I don't know why I can't move to Morocco with you. Oh, Summer, I thought you told me we'd be moving to the farm together. And then he's just like, you can't, you have to. Because even just shipping her back, how much is that going to cost?
Do you see where he lives? How is she going to live like that?
I think she has this idea. It's like, you remember, because we also love Off the Grid.
Yes.
Where it's like everybody kind of has this fantasy. They're like, oh, wow, I love to be off the grid. Like, oh, that's going to be this
really
fun
want
thing.
To be off the grid?
You're full of shit.
Do you know
it's like
how
the
hard
tiny
it
house
is?
thing. The tiny house thing is so, like, you know, those things. It's always like when you go, it's House Hunters. You watch it and everyone's just like, this is just so much house. This is too much house
it's the
for
opposite.
me.
Have you ever watched Tiny House Hunters? Because every time they go into an establishment, they go, it's just so small. Yeah, it's a fucking tiny house.
It's a tiny
bitch.
house. It's a fucking dumpster with a kitchen in it.
And they lie to themselves about liking it.
It's got good bones. You hear that a lot, Anxious.
Oh, yeah, it's got good bones.
Yes. No, I'm going to drink water after this. I just don't have any on the table.
Who needs
Actually,
it?
Pudding Butler, can we get some waters from the Pudding Butler?
Pudding Butler, he has to put his costume back on.
Can he put his costume back on?
More
Put
costume.
up in the chat. This is honestly, this is Weekend at Bernie's Vibes. Yes. What is he? Can we get some waters,
says
Pudding
no.
Butler? Pudding Butler, you're going to be living on the freeway.
He won't come back. He won't
is he
come
doing?
back.
Pudding Butler.
Put your costume back on.
Put your costume back on.
Thanks, Rob.
No, it's fine. It's late. It's too late.
No, it's too late.
It's too late. No, it's too late now. We did it. I'm gonna have his family executed.
I think it already was.
That's a part. Well, his first family died, but then he had a kid, and then
Now he's
once
got
he
a
had the
second
kid,
family.
the second family that we allowed him to have. I know your first family died in a canyon. I remember your lore. Pudding Butler.
Man, really needed that water. That was.
Give you a sock full of
important.
your blood. Honestly, I don't think you're gonna want my blood after today.
No, man, it's gonna be
Right?
all coagulated.
Nesto Pesto 2020 is a sad day when the Pudding Butler can't commit.
I know. You think that he would be sitting there in his tiny underpants,
Bated breath. Can I go on
waiting
again?
for us?
Can I go on again?
Because he wants the stage time, doesn't he?
He's just like, oh, that's how I know. They'll make me a star.
We're not making him a star. He's gonna eat more ground hamburger meat.
Honestly,
He
finished
loved
the cup.
it.
I literally watched him go in there.
And he
then
kept eating
he
it.
finished it.
He
Like,
was
just
eating
like,
it off camera.
he was off, like, no bit.
We have like
At the
real food
sliding
here.
glass going. Just
He doesn't
finishing
even-
it.
you know,
polishing it off.
We talk about this a lot, where it's really difficult to have to like suck in your stomach all day, every day. But
What
Holden
actors in the
never
corner?
does
What are you
it.
guys talking about?
Whoa,
What actors in the corner?
Whoa!
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa!
What is whoa? Whoa, my God, whoa, it's clever. Is this live television? It is.
Yeah!
Welcome to the Good PUD.
Welcome
Thank
to
you
the
guys so
Good
much for your fucking
PUD.
subscriptions.
Thank you
It's
so
live,
much for
man.
hanging out
This
with
is live
us.
as hell.
Thank you for eating pudding alongside us.
This is straight up the earliest I've yelled since, like, except for, like, yelling on vacation.
This makes me think of every year Holden and I watch the the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade, and that starts at 6 a.m. our time.
That's just horrible.
And we start drinking at 6 a.m.
All right. Well, we're getting
So
close.
this is not bad. At least it's cold brew. I lied before when I said it was wine.
Well, because, again, we got to wait. We're rolling up. Because by the time we get to Round Table of Gentlemen, which
That's
will be somewhere
when I'm
around
starting
8
to
p.m.,
drink.
That's when I
That's
can
when I'm
actually
starting to
get
drink. It's Round
truly,
Table.
truly hammered.
Should be around 8 p.m.
It's just nice to vibe here at LPN headquarters.
I'm so excited
You know,
to jump in that
I finished
pool.
this pudding. You can have the rest of this pudding. This pudding's fine.
I
we
can
do
have
another,
it? Wow!
You can.
Thanks.
No, yeah, we are here every day, but this time we're here. We're at LPN headquarters. It's just nice to be here because we're here on a show.
Yeah. Isn't it nice?
You know, because we don't always get together like this.
That's not true. We see each other all the time.
I just sit and sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm
you just
like,
wish. You just go, I wish I had friends.
I just sit there and I go.
We
I
see each other
used
almost
to
every single day.
Have so
Every single
many
day.
friends.
Yep. And then we see each other, and then we all sit in the pool, and
So many
we go in
friends.
the pool. What?
5 more to 600 subs.
5 more to 600 subs. We need 5 more subs.
Hey, man, if we keep going like this, we won't have to sell Rob. This is what I'm talking about. We're doing it.
We're doing it, guys.
We're doing it. I mean, we do have like 7 more minutes. So how long do you think our last bit can go?
I think that we can stretch it. You know why? Because we've got good bones.
Good bones. And that's next. Because it's good PUD, right?
Yeah, we're trying to we're thinking about
Working on the
rebranding
branding.
it. Like, is
Working on
it
the
the good now? Like, how
The
do
good.
we?
You know what I mean? Like, because it's slick. Because it's
Yeah,
new.
because we're
We're
new
like-
and we are like slick.
Zero
Zero
fucks. Thank you for them
Thank
10
you so
subs.
much, and we just got past 600 subs. Thank you guys so fucking much.
Goosh.
Thank you so. Oh, you're gooshing?
Yeah.
You're right next to me.
Honestly, I think it's just sweat.
Oh, I am slipping out of this seat, and not because I'm thinking about Akatar. Where my bat boys at? I am usually talking to your wife hornily, all right? And she's the one that sits next to me, not you.
We're not doing that. We're not doing that now. All right, this is good PUD.
You know what? My husband read the first Akatar. Did you even try?
I did.
Did you?
Yes.
And you loved it?
I support my wife and sister.
I'll take it.
See? I'm here for pudding. All right? I do pudding. I am here. Pudding
I
Central.
will take
Pudding, murder, aliens. That is my main thing.
That's
And
your
dude,
thing. And Dune, yeah.
Dude, rise
forget.
up! Exactly. Because my thing
Babies,
is,
get down.
I'm a difficult person. I like books that have a
Oh,
glossary.
I'm just so glad he's finally admitting it. Thank God it only took almost 40 years.
This is why we're number 7. This dissension
That's why
is
we
why
need
we're
to
number
figure
7
out,
in the countdown.
We need to figure out our relationship. Maybe you know what we need to do during the good
Therapy.
couples therapy.
We need a therapist
Couples
in here.
therapy.
Is there
I think
anybody
that's
who's
what
a
we need.
registered therapist here?
Any therapists here? No.
MJ, you want to
all
just
right.
come ask us a quick question? Just real quick before we get into pudding for the people?
Yeah, MJ!
All right. So this is honestly maybe an example. You want to use that microphone? Use that microphone?
My therapist, you mean I dropped out of grad school? Yes.
That's the
Yeah,
kind of
that's
therapist
even
I
better.
want.
Yeah.
Because you know what? I'm sick of these serious therapists because
Yeah.
they're all like, stop doing bits.
Yeah.
Stop making funny
And
jokes
talk about
up.
your real feelings.
So, like, all right, let's say if there was a thing. If Jackie and I are going to begin our adventure towards, like, healing, joining together, not so far that we become Angelina Jolie and her brother
And
where
like
they
suck
make
in
love.
each other's faces.
Yeah, like, I want to do something that's like, everyone's loving your fit, by the way.
Ah.
They're all loving it. We're all doing
This
the
is a
two pieces.
swimsuit, by the way.
This is awesome.
Swimsuit,
This is
Tomboy
awesome.
X.
But, you know, if you want to maybe hit us, what's a good thing that we could start off thinking about?
How to make your relationship more normal?
Yeah.
You think that I'm qualified for that? Okay.
You told us.
Yeah. All right. How to make your relationship more normal. I think that, we love this therapy buzzword. It's boundaries.
Whoa.
And I think that the first step is to realize you're not responsible for Henry's feelings. That's
Whoa.
a boundary for you. You can't enforce
She
a boundary
is,
on
though.
someone else.
She is, though,
Whoa.
anyway.
You are not responsible for Jackie's feelings.
That I know.
You have to build up a.
So I need to create the boundary.
You have to create a
This
boundary.
This is a me issue.
where you know.
It's always.
Oh, is it always a me issue? Very interesting.
This might actually make a lot of content for us.
this might need to you might need to examine your group dynamic betwixt
Okay.
the two of you.
Okay.
What role have you always
Is two
played?
people a group?
Although someone says that we need to get rid of all boundaries and kiss.
I'd rather set your
I would
parents on fire.
recommend my qualifications tell me to recommend against that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
all right, thank
Yeah,
you.
so
Thank you
no,
for
the
looking
new
out.
therapy isn't all like incest is cool.
Not yet. No.
Okay, cool. I
think
just don't know
hopefully
if
You think
that's-
we're
never.
gonna go that way?
I don't think so. I think that again boundaries. We
Boundaries.
like a lot of we try
Well,
to
they
make
did
a
it
no
back in the
judgment
day in the
zone.
People
royalty
saying that they think that the
days.
therapy session isn't working, and to that I say go fuck
Wow,
yourself.
I gotta work harder. Henry, you're not always a big brother. You gotta step out of your big brother role with Jackie. You can be just a person with her.
Yeah, you have to be little brother now. You get to be little brother now. You can't hit big sister. Big sister knows more than you.
We could do that. We could just try to switch roles as like a game and see how that works for you. guys.
Okay. I'm so sweaty all the time, and
cry
I'm
more.
always
yeah,
angry.
I can't find my shoes.
Yes, and I have blood pressure issues.
I can't find my shoes.
Oh, why is everyone always fucking up except for me?
I wish I had.
Oh, whoa. I wish I had more
You know,
matching outfits.
I actually think that this is really working.
Okay.
you
How
so
are
much,
we
Emily.
feeling?
Yeah,
We
This is
feeling
the
good?
beginning of a
fits.
long journey because
Yeah.
obviously we'll have hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours to fill. How much?
That's
Thank you,
Thank you.
Well, Rome was not built in a day, and I wish you guys luck. Take your time.
Thank
It
you.
should have been,
Do you
though.
think we should get on that couples therapy show?
Which one?
Couples therapy.
Isn't that the one where
Oh my
like,
god, it's so good.
But doesn't Gabriel Byrne have like sex with his?
Gabriel Byrne, what are you, Little Womening me right now? No, I'm
Was it
talking about.
Gabriel Byrne in a show where he's like a couples therapist and then he has sex with his students or whatever?
Show me that show. I don't know that show. No, I'm talking about couples therapy, which is an actual couples therapist that goes through people that are going through couples therapy.
That sounds boring.
Why you're not listening to me?
30 subs away from 666. No, people saying we're gonna also just so you guys know we're gonna go through sections. We're gonna be reading all the subs. Our hosts
Oh,
are gonna
thank
be
you,
reading
JD
all the subs and
Panda.
hitting you all up and giving you all this. I just got it's going by too fast. And Jackie, our content is just so riveting that I can't break away from it.
I know.
I'm learning how to do Twitch properly. Puts up the sub. See, I'm learning.
Yeah, you just gotta scream "puds up" in the sub.
All right.
Which doesn't mean anything.
So I think we've done it.
Okay.
This is the first ever the good put. We're gonna come.
Don't
back
worry,
here
there's gonna be a lot more of us, just in different costumes.
and yelling in different aspects all over the day. This is just the beginning. This
This
is the
is
roll
just
up.
the beginning. This is the fruit roll up. So why don't you get fruit and juicy?
In Treatment is the name of the show.
Ah.
But what we're gonna do is now
I
is
could
our.
sleep. Hello.
What?
I could sleep. That's what I say when I'm bored. I could sleep.
I could sleep, but that's because I
could
didn't sleep.
I didn't sleep either.
Yes.
This is gonna be a long day.
It's gonna be on.
Woo!
We're gonna do. There's no Civ 5. There is no Civ 5 section Sleazy Dan because we felt that people would fall asleep. All this is high energy.
I could sleep. I would be
This
asleep.
is full energy. Everybody's because Jackie's gonna be bringing her Sims show.
So soon we're gonna be playing Sims
LPN
together,
network.
but not today.
We're
no
gonna
one
be
wants
doing
to watch
many
me
thi-
play
so,
The Sims today.
We're blowing out the channel.
We're blowing out the channel, guys.
Blowing out the goddamn thing. Well,
Pump
the pudding.
up the jams. Pump it up.
Get
Keep
that
your
pudding
body
pumping.
bopping.
But now what we're gonna do is our favorite new bit because we're always giving out pudding to ourselves. But you know what we gotta do is
Pudding to the people. Pudding to the people.
Let's go, Jackie. We're gonna go out there. We're gonna start giving pudding out to all the people in the
Give
pool.
pudding to the people. Oh, you're not gonna give them the pudding for eating?
No, I gotta go. We are at
66! Pudding to the people, everybody! Open your mouths and get ready for some pudding!
It's a good. Yeah. Look at
Give out that pudding. Who wants some?
Other people get their own. And multiple spoons! Oh God. Yeah, she loves it.
I have to do this. I have to do this. Oh, it's great.
Pudding.
Pudding for the people. You're allergic to rice. I don't know what to do for you.
Six. Come on in, baby.
Live reaction to that pudding, sir. That's not a bit.
No, it's not a bit.
Pudding to the people.
Oh, he's doing it anyway. He's doing it anyway because that is the power of pudding to the people. We never stop whether you want the pudding or whether you don't want the pudding. We don't stop. I can't wait to get in this fucking pool. Get me in the pool. It's so hot out here. Look at him go. Look at him go. Look at Natalie up on the floating platform. That's very scary. I'm very scared of it. I'm scared for her. Oh my God.
I gotta say, I can't believe how well this whole bit worked out.
Yeah.
And I am just
Flawless.
besides myself. I don't know what's next. But
It's no dogs from
in
space.
what you do? But yeah, let's do this, Eddie.
What's
Is it
up,
your turn?
Eddie? How you living?
Living good.
How's
Living
that pudding
large.
party going, man?
It was short, but it was well.
What was your favorite of all the puddings?
Well, I actually like a cozy craft, and a part of this is again we're trying to
We're
really
trying to get this pudding
bring
sponsorship.
awareness to how I love the people over at Cozy Craft. They won't answer my letters.
It's
and they won't-
local. We're trying to get them to sponsor us.
They
They
won't
just
really-
won't answer our emails.
I keep emailing and yelling.
You
and I
seem
know
bored by what we're saying.
Listen, if you work for Cozy Craft, you know some motherfuckers that work for Cozy Craft, you call their asses on the phone right now. You're like, the Zebrowski siblings, number
Because-
6,
Indeed.
number 5 or number 6 on the sibling.
Tied number
Tied for
6.
six.
Tied number 6 on the old-time siblings, Hollywood siblings. Are you fucking kidding me? Cozy Craft?
Unbelievable.
Get your shit together. Get these pudding
You're
siblings down.
leaving money on the table, Cozy Craft, because when
And
it comes down
leaving
to it,
pudding in the cups.
we're telling yogurt to go fuck itself. Chobani, I don't care, man. Come for me, dude. I'm Teflon.
Hell yeah. No
Teflon.
Bonnie, no Bonnie. Yogurt go suck. Nogurt. That's what I'm talking about. Adam, let's go talk. Let's go over here for a second. Hang out with some people.
pud.
That
Thanks,
was
guys.
good, Pud. Thank you so much. Everyone give it up for Henry Zebrowski and Jackie Zebrowski. We're getting close to our next goal of 750 subs. If you want to sub, you go ahead. You sub that shit. It's right down here. It's down there. If you're part of those fucking corrupt pieces of shit corporate bastards Amazon, it's free for you to sub and we get money. Let's take advantage of that cocksucker in space. You know what I'm talking about?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have hit 750 subscribers.
Holy shit! Hi.
So we have hit our next goal. Thank you so much for everybody who has been subscribing, everybody who's watching. Welcome to the first studio edition of the Summer Grindhouse because we are the indoor kids.
Yes, Summer Goth is indoors. That's how we do things here.
That's right. My name is Marcus Parks.
I'm Carolina Hidalgo.
And today on No Dogs in Space, we're going to be showing some fucking amazing music videos. We're going to be doing a little bit of premiere, a bit of a premiere here in a second.
Yes.
And we're also going to be doing a special edition of Separate the Art from the Artist.
Marcus's idea. 100% Marcus's idea. I just want you to know this. I wasn't even there during your meeting between you and you.
It's the ultimate Separate the Art from the Artist. And we're going to be going through the entire history of this guy as a musician, just to make sure that everybody knows that separating the art from the artist is possible.
And I will be here for the rebuttal.
But right now, what are we going to do first? I mean, I know you got something special lined up for the very first thing
Oh,
here.
yes. So today, here, right now, you're about to witness the world debut of our, I believe, will be our newest, our latest No Dogs in Space theme song.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We've really been working hard on this. We've had a lot of people
We
putting this
spent all
together.
our research budget on it.
So let's see it.
This was not cheap.
The production value that actually we had to take out a second mortgage on our home to make this possible.
I don't know if you know, the one on the left is MJ. They're very flexible.
From what I actually read, this was from an Italian television show in the 1970s.
Oh, really? Oh, of course. That makes. Oh my God! What is that? This is like furries will go crazy over this. Here, this is for you, furries.
This truly was their rebuttal to cats. If you notice, there's a couple of strangers going on in the back it's about to get a little BDSM-y. There it goes.
Oh, but you know what? It's never been my thing, but it's starting to be.
It just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
This would be like a 10 forward Star Trek like sex party.
It's amazing. Even the little hats have Dalmatian spots. So there it is, our brand new No Dogs in Space theme song. And of course, anybody who wants to ask us questions on the chat is very much welcome to do so. We actually want to ask you guys a question because we were talking about this earlier. And you know, it's summertime, it's Summer Grindhouse, and I don't know about
I was dancing earlier if you saw.
Absolutely.
And you were playing the synth.
You were dancing wonderfully, and my synth playing was adequate.
Yes.
So
better than that.
of course, the summer grind, like, you know, us growing up as kids in the 90s, watching MTV all the fucking time, like, the grind was a big deal. The grind was the hot person show because the grind was the show where they'd be playing videos and videos and videos, and then all of a sudden it's Daisy Fuentes and a couple of other guys dancing with a bunch of hot people for 30 minutes straight. So what we want to ask you guys out there, this was, for me, the Grindhouse, the grind, that's a 14-year-old memory. A very nice 14-year-old memory. So we want to ask you, what was your song that screams summertime, 14 years old? Give us on the chat.
I'll tell you mine. Beastie Boys Intergalactic.
Nice.
Yeah, because when I first moved to like America, that was like the biggest song in America.
Yeah.
That was huge. So like I couldn't escape it anywhere. And of course I was a Beastie Boy since I was a little kid, and I was like, this is perfect.
It was so massive that I used to go to this, you know, grew up in a small town. I used to go to this country barn dance every other weekend at a place called Rhineland.
He's really from Texas. Like you're seriously from a small town. I know, because you've taken me and we drive and then we lose cell reception and then we drive more for 2 more hours.
So I used to go to Rhineland every other Saturday night, and you'd hear like all these, it's just country. Gary Stewart, you know, it would be, you know, all George Strait, Garth Brooks, all that. And then all of a sudden in the middle of all that shit is intergalactic planetary, and people lost their fucking minds. That's how big Intergalactic was.
It's universal. We can actually greet the aliens, because apparently there are non-human forms. We can greet them with that song.
Non-human biologics.
Right.
My summer song when I was 14, it's an odd choice because it doesn't have to be a song that came out when you were 14 that summer. For some reason, that entire summer, I listened to Use Your Illusion 2 by Guns N' Roses almost exclusively. So for some reason, Civil War by Guns N' Roses was my summer song when I was 14 years old, which might give you a bit of a look into what that summer was like.
I accept it. I like it because you're like the cutoff shirt guy. Like you are it.
Yeah.
So it makes total sense because I know when we first started talking, you know, when we first started dating and everything, I did ask you, what's your favorite band of all time? And without like even a second, you said Guns N' Roses. Or maybe I think you said GN and I was like, wow, I would have said Green Day. But
Well,
that's cool. That's really cool.
Well, it's because you asked, like, of all time.
Of all
like,
time.
What has been the band that has followed you since? Yeah, I've been listening to Guns N' Roses since I was fucking 5.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Guns N' Roses all time. We got a couple of great fucking songs here on the chat. We had Len, Steal My Sunshine.
Yes.
You're pretty much the same age as us. I fucking know you are.
We were like looking it up because we saw it on an MTV whatever that we were watching, and we were looking it up. Their brother and sister, they're from Canada.
Canada. The
Yeah.
people who wrote Steal My Sunshine are fucking Canadian.
And they're awesome.
Yeah, and they just sort of, the video for Steal My Sunshine, they just gave them a bunch of money and they just threw a big party for their friends.
That's great.
It's
and then that was
amazing.
it. Like they were like famous for a minute, and then they weren't, and then they went back to life. That's awesome.
Yeah. Weezer, Surf Wax America, that's a fantastic one. You bring your car to work, I'll bring my board.
I like it.
I love that fucking one. And Bowling for Soup, that's a very interesting choice.
How does that go?
God, I can't remember.
I know. Me neither.
I just know because Bowling for Soup was from Abilene, which was a town that was an hour south of where I grew up. So Bowling for Soup was like a local band for us.
Oh, that's the name of the band.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Every Morning by Sugar Ray. That is a terrible song, but my band in high school used to cover it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for some reason.
What did you play on that, though?
I played bass on that.
Were you Mark McGrath?
No, I played bass on that, and unfortunately, like my buddy, whose name I will not name because it was kind of embarrassing. We went and tried to record it, and he had to sing it in this weird falsetto in this studio with this old grizzled Texas man just staring at us, and him going, "Every morning when the sun is shining through my corner of the boyfriend for boys."
He doesn't want to be named. This man does not want to be named.
He doesn't
and
want
I get it.
Yeah, he doesn't. Marcus, do you still hate Kate Bush? I never said I hated Kate Bush.
No, absolutely not.
I just said I never got Kate Bush. I'm more of a Nina Hagen type guy.
Well, that's okay. That's understandable. But we are going to talk, I think, maybe a little bit of Kate Bush on our next series. We're going to work on Aim and Duel because a lot of Aim and Duel stuff sounds like, you've told me this, early Kate Bush.
Very much so, yeah.
I love saying Bush.
And speaking of experimental music, we here at No Dogs in Space, we absolutely love different forms of music. We love different sounds. We like people just making sounds and having fun with it. So we're going to get into a couple of ways, a couple of different, I wouldn't even say genres, I'd say a couple of different ways of interpreting music. So let's start with a man who interpreted music way back when, a man who came up with not necessarily his own form of playing music, but he definitely made it his own. Let's go to some manualism.
In the year of 1914, in the month of February, I was coming home from school and my hands got very cold, and you see I had no mittens. And I began, of course, pressing them together to get them warm, and that wouldn't do. But pretty soon I began squeezing them, and I was surprised to think that I could make a few different sounds. Well, then I began playing every day, and pretty soon I could play Yankee Doodle clear through. And that was the only tune I could play for 3 whole years. And the next tune I could play was Marching Through Georgia, then The Trail of the Lonesome Pine.
Good. Give the whole track list.
Everybody wondered then how I could do it, but it bothered me so much that for about 6 years I put it away until I met an old showman that come up to Traverse once, and he said, "Can you do your old novelty anymore, Cecil?" And I said, "I don't know, but I'll try." And I tried, of course, and it come right natural to me after letting it go for 6 years. He said, "Well, if I was you," he said, "I would practice it up and see what I could do sometime in the stage when I was in Chicago."
This is when Johnny Rotten figured out how to really just excite the audience.
He's so proud of himself.
You know, there has to be a first for something. And this is like the first time someone figured it out.
This is the defining moment of his life. I feel it looks like he's reading sheet music.
Do you think someone asked him to do this? Or did he just put it upon himself to do this?
that was his explanation, is that he just started doing it on his own. Just I can barely do it. It's not bad. Someone,
not as good as
he started doing it on his own, and then everybody started bothering him to do it, and he's like, "Oh, I just became the fart hands guy. I want to be the fart hands guy for the rest of my life." So
there's like no entertainment during the Depression era. If he's like, people are clamoring.
It's just everyone's just fucking knocking on the door. And by the way, everybody, 815 subs. We have reached above the 800 mark, and we're barely a couple of hours into this. Thank you so much, everybody. Please keep subscribing. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed so far. It really means so much for y'all to show up to this thing today. It's so fucking amazing. Now back to the fart hands guy. He said that he stopped doing it for 6 years because too many people were bothering him to do it, coming up on the street. And then some man from Chicago came up to it and said, "Hey, I hear you're the fart hands guy," and said, "Why don't we put you on stage?" And that's why he was on that weird television show playing Yankee Doodle.
Okay, so this is around the same era where they toured that monkey to do like sold out shows and stuff.
There was a theater that we played, and I think it was Oakland. It was this massive theater that last podcast played in Oakland, and they had all these pictures on the wall of people who had played there throughout the years. And during the Depression, a monkey sold out 3 nights at a 1,500 seat theater.
More than last podcast, by the way.
Way more.
We
didn't even sell out that show, and the monkey did 3 nights sold out.
I said puppet show second. I know. But anyway, that's great. It's great that entertainment was so easy back then.
I can very much, Van Isle Lexi, I can very much relate to this memory. The summer I was 14, Batman Forever came out. Kiss from a Rose by Seal was on all day, every day. I hated that song because I heard it way too much. I fucking despised Kiss from a Rose. Yeah, but on that soundtrack is actually a great U2 song.
Okay.
Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me.
That's U2 though.
That's it.
I missed the first part when you said it was U2.
It's on the Batman Forever soundtrack.
But that's a cover.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a cover. Chat, can you tell me that's a cover? U2 didn't write that. Not. My older brother is gonna be really mad. I'm not a fan of U2.
No, neither one of us are fans of
It's kind of
U2.
one of the things that kind of like brought us together. Really.
Yeah, that we both hate U2.
Well, not hate. But,
Okay, yeah. I mean, the early stuff is all right.
Not into.
Yeah.
I guess.
And thank you, Abndbd, gifted 5 subs. So thank you so much.
Thank
If anyone out there wants to pick up 5 subs, please pick up 5 subs. And thank you so much to everybody who's been subbing anywhere between 5 and 10. Some of you have been doing 10 subs. And yes, the best song in the Batman Forever soundtrack is Bad Days by the Flaming Lips.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's actually in the movie when Jim Carrey comes into when he comes into his little lab, it plays Bad Days by the Flaming Lips.
Oh,
and that is
okay.
actually how I got into the Flaming Lips.
How do you remember every scene from that movie?
I've seen Batman Forever like 10 times and I don't even know why.
Yeah, I've only seen it 4 times, but I know exactly what you're talking about in every single scene.
It's a memorable movie.
Yeah, I
So
guess
okay,
so.
so we got the manualist.
Oh, you know why? It's because riff tracks. You got to watch the riff tracks. It's hilarious.
Of course. And any comment on Sinead O'Connor? Of course. R.I.P. Sinead O'Connor. We're both huge Sinead O'Connor fans. We got to give a shout out to Sinead
Yeah.
O'Connor.
She tried to warn us.
Yes. About what?
Oh,
The
you
Pope?
know. You know, we go straight to the top. And also her music was fantastic. She was an amazing singer. And it's so sad that she had a difficult life.
Absolutely. And and that was from Worm Stringy, or no, that's not from Worm Stringy, but A Chemical Reaction, no vinyl haul this time. No vinyl haul this time because the camera setup was too complicated, but when we do our No Dogs in Space live stream every 2 weeks, coming up after this, we're going to be starting it as soon as the subathon is over. We're going to be doing vinyl hauls
And book
every
hauls.
single week. And book hauls
Yeah.
every single week. So let's stay in the realm of interesting music. People doing interesting music with different things, different, I don't know, objects.
Yeah, you got to take a risk.
Yeah.
You know, you got to just try it out.
Yeah. So let's see someone who does something with water.
Oh, I love this. Oh, she's so metal.
How cool is that?
Yeah. This is very John Cage.
It really is.
Ooh. Her partner is probably always pissed off.
But it works.
That's cool.
That's incredible. That's so fucking good.
I would buy tickets.
Oh, I'd buy tickets. I'd buy that album.
Yeah, I would even let Ticketmaster just, take advantage of us. I would totally see that. She was awesome. She's awesome.
And Demon Lemur Nick says, Marcus, thank you for getting me into Black Braid. You're fucking welcome. For those of you who don't know, Black Braid is a black metal band that's basically like one dude who I think he's Algonquin. It's Native American black metal. It's fucking incredible. He does the same like video in the snow, black metal video in the snow that all Norwegian black metal bands do,
Yeah.
except he does it in the Adirondacks. He does it in upstate New York.
That's cool.
Yeah. Oh, and Munchinem said once seen a noise artist use a battery-operated fan on top of electric violin strings. That sounds incredible.
I like that.
Yeah. But let's get into music that's maybe, I would say, this is going to a different country.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, yes. No, I remember this. This is great. If you're from, like me, if you're from abroad, from another country, and you have weird uncles, This is the video for you.
Yeah, this comes from Turkey, and Turkey really does not get enough credit, especially in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, for putting out some really weird, really original music. Boris Monko is a guy who is, for example, like this psychedelic guitarist, the psychedelic artist that put out some really incredible stuff. But Turkey also, like many other countries, like many other people across the world, in the 80s, everyone felt like they could do hip-hop.
Right.
Oh,
yeah. I remember Malcolm McLaren, Culture Vulture.
Yeah.
Kind of just being like, all right, I'm just going to appropriate all of this, and it's okay.
Yeah. Rodney
And it was,
Dangerfield.
apparently.
Rodney Dangerfield did a hip-hop song.
Oh, yeah.
Rappin' Rodney.
And then don't forget Teen Witch, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm hot and you're not.
Oh,
Top that.
Yeah, you made me watch that movie. That was terrible.
I thought you had fun. You told me you had fun. This was probably early on in the relationship. You were telling me you had a great time.
Well, I had fun in a sense.
There's different ways to have fun.
It was because it was interesting to see the woman, like the woman that everyone drooled over in season 2's Twin Peaks, in the main role.
Robin Lively. Yeah.
Yeah, Robin Lively. But everybody in the 80s believed that they could do rap, and that included people in Turkey. Let's check it out. This song is called Hippity Hip Hop.
I thought it was Rappity Rap Rap.
It is Rappity Rap Rap.
This is better than B.B. King.
That is absolutely not true. I will defend Mashed Potato Time until the day I fucking die. I love Mashed Potato Time. You see, look at this. He brings in this original Turkish singing to it.
Yeah, he's kind of got the I'm a scat man kind of vibe to it. And I love the guy. I love that guy with the sweater.
That sweater's incredible.
His wife picked out that sweater so he could be on TV.
This one or
the other one, the blue on the black.
Can't hear the guitar at all though.
No.
I think that got mixed out.
Creative choices in editing.
And Kel Electricity asks, Marcus, did you ever see my brother's band Sinatra at Tokyo Joe's in Lubbock? I think I did. That I actually do think if they played at Tokyo Joe's between 2001 and 2006, then yes, I'm almost positive that I saw Sinatra.
Oh,
we might
really?
even played a show with Sinatra.
You've told me about Tokyo Joe's so much. I feel like I've also seen Sinatra.
Tokyo
Sinatra,
Joe's is one of the best venues in Lubbock. It was in this weird co-op. It was run by these two brothers that were teenagers. It did get taken over very briefly by a man named Cougar. He was a hippie, and he renamed it the Amaranth Cooperative. And it was very strange there for a little while because
were there a lot of young women hanging around?
No one wanted to be around Cougar all that much. Young women were, let's say, repelled by Cougar.
Good.
Yes, not for any creepy reason, just because he was a man in his 50s named Cougar trying to hang out with college kids.
Aw. Did he look like the Turkish rapper?
No, he looked like the type of guy that sells organic honey at a farmer's market.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I actually have a very good picture in my head.
We hit 855 subs. Thank you so much, everybody. What is our next sub goal?
Yeah.
969 is our next sub goal. We can get there.
Yeah.
We're well on our way for 969. And Gregory Russian gifted 10 subs. So thank you so much, Gregory, for what you did. For everybody. For us. For the subs. For everybody out
The
there.
American people. We really appreciate it.
And Van Isle Lexi says, don't forget about Rap Rat. I don't know Rap Rat.
Yeah, I don't. Was that a thing? Was that an 80s thing? That's also important because that's when rap became mainstream.
Yeah, it's 1992. Rap Rat, the video board game. That sounds incredible.
Oh, wow. Okay. We'll go get one.
And also, Brady Is Not Cool said that Joe Pesci did a rap album. That I had no idea about.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. I wonder exactly what was it. I mean, why do you think Joe Pesci did a rap album?
because he was huge. He had a character. This is before the Snickers thing. So he won an Oscar for, I think.
Oh, wow. It's called Wise Guy, and he did it under the name Vincent LaGuardia Gambini.
That's a name a guy would use to cheat on his wife.
Let me do a bit of a reading here. This is, of course, it starts off with an intro because, all good rap songs need an intro. The intro is, it's the bitches that'll get yous.
Oh, wow. Already. Banned.
It says, hey, paid out my ass. Treat all my broads like trash. You'll catch a blast if you move too fast. I talk with class. You don't have to ask. Getting everything by flashing cash. Fighting and stealing, don't kill without feeling. So I win in the casino before they start dealing. So on and so forth.
Pesci.
I'm a wise guy. Lovely day in the neighborhood for a drive-by. It's the bitches that'll get yous.
Yeah, that's, I guess, when gangster rap started. And it started with Joe Pesci, not Ice-T.
No, not at all.
I guess Ice-T had a lot to learn.
Here's a question for you, Carolina. This is from the Zeppo. Carolina, who's your favorite band artist from your homeland? Mine is Raul Sex. How do you say that? You're the one who speaks Portuguese.
I don't speak Portuguese. I understand Portuguese.
Seixas from Brazil.
I don't know him. Well, like from where I'm from like everywhere, right? So I'm gonna say Aterciopelados, or what, and of course my girl Selena, I grew up listening to. Of course, yes, she's looking down at us at all times.
Saint Selena.
Yeah, and Aterciopelados, I loved like La Ley, like it was like big like alt rock bands.
Yeah,
it was big. And Plastilina Mosh, which is like kind of rap rock,
great.
Like fun, like better than LFMAO, but like that kind of vibe, but better.
So much better, yeah.
Do you remember Plastilina Mosh?
Yeah. I used to play at a world music show when I was in college, and I used to play them all the time.
And then Café Tacuba, that we saw live.
Café Tacuba. It was the only show where I was ever the tallest guy in the audience.
Yeah, so we got to see everything. Because, as you know, my people are short.
Yes.
And, Café Tacuba was my favorite. Because we saw them in Brooklyn, like down the street from where we used to live. Mm-hmm. And so I'm just like, this is a big thing for me. I didn't realize that, of course, New York City is like, there's a bunch of Mexican people in New York City. It was sold out. They did 2 nights.
Yeah, at Brooklyn Steel. I think that's
amazing.
that's like 6,000 people.
Yeah, watch their what's it called? MTV Unplugged. Watch their Café Tacuba MTV Unplugged. It's one of like the biggest ones.
That's great.
Yeah.
WeFerm has just gifted 5 subs. Thank you so much, WeFerm. We appreciate it. And Headphones 504. I just want Carolina and Marcus to know that I got finger banged while wearing my No Dogs in Space t-shirt. Yes, there was a mohawk involved, and it was behind a building. I'm just glad that we're really reaching the punk community.
Yes, it's really important that anything you do with a No Dog shirt should be behind a building or Wawa or 7-Eleven.
Yes, exactly. Wawa is your favorite.
Loves as well. Just do it behind one of those establishments.
And if you're in the Southwest, Allsup's. Don't forget to get yourself a fried burrito on the way out.
Any other questions?
Kinder Bun Bun said, just finished watching Meet You in the Bathroom. Great music documentary. Haven't seen the documentary yet, but I've read a lot of the book. It's an oral history of the late 90s, early 2000s indie rock scene, which now has been called indie sleaze.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought that was the Knots, or is that the 90s?
That's the Knots.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's
gotcha.
like indie sleaze is like 2001 to like 2011.
Yeah.
And I will say proudly, I was a part of that scene.
You know what? For our first stream after the subathon, we should pull up some pictures of you because they're pretty iconic. It's pretty good. It's like David Bowie.
Well,
it's hot.
So you say.
I think it's hot.
I
don't think I'm alone with this. I think it's hot.
I think these pictures are extraordinarily dated and I would say somewhat embarrassing. But she thinks they're hot.
You look better now.
Well, as do you.
Oh,
we both look so much better than we did in the 2000s.
Oh, yeah. I never wore clothes that fit me.
Yeah,
ever.
You think I'm skinny now. When it was like, meet me in the bathroom, because meet me in the bathroom means we're going to go do cocaine in the bathroom together, do the key bumps. During those times, I was probably about at least 10 pounds lighter than I am now.
Now we talk about if we can have a beer or not. because we have stuff to do in the morning. That's our lives now.
Yeah, that is our lives now. Anxious Spider-Man asks, what kind of drum set do you play on, Marcus? Right now I'm playing on a Roland because my ears are starting to go out very, very quickly. So I do the Roland electric drum machine.
I like it. I like it because you can play it in your music room, and it doesn't really, I mean, it scares the dog.
Yeah, the dog hates it.
But, she gets used to it, though. But, like, it doesn't even bother her neighbors. It's, like, perfect.
Yeah, it's absolutely perfect. So let's move on to one more video before we get to separate the art from the artist. This is just, we love dark wave in our household.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course. It's our favorite thing to dance to.
Yeah, it's our favorite thing to dance to. We used to go to dark wave dance nights at St. Vitus and Greenpoint all the time. I miss St. Vitus. That's something that we really do miss about living in New York City.
We could walk there and we could walk back pretty drunk.
Yeah, and then stop at Murder Bar on the way.
The Murder Bar. Yeah.
Yeah, and Bobo.
And then dancing to all dark wave stuff all night long.
But we have never gotten to the Soviet side of dark wave, and I'm not talking like Moltash Boma. I can't remember the name of it. There's this new like Russian dark wave band, Moltak Donut Bumbo. Can't remember.
Okay.
But they're getting really big right now. But we're gonna see some actual dark wave from the Soviet era. Let's hit it.
Supposed to not move, by the way. You see, I like everything about this. I like how it's so nautical. It's important. The whole theme is great. You gotta hear this whole, like everything, the hair, the face. Look at that. That looks like baby Marcus.
Playing on that Yamaha.
I think I've ordered clothes from there, those exact clothes on Etsy.
Yeah, because Ukraine has a massive Etsy presence.
That's where I get all my vintage, yes.
Oh, we got a question from Zephyr Thornscar. This one's for you. Carolina, you do such an amazing job making No Dogs.
Oh, thank you. It's a group effort.
Yeah, but she is the one who mostly makes it. What music do you listen to while researching?
Oh, that's a good one. This one now. This dark wave for sure, because that actually sounds really like nice and calming. Right now, I'm in the classic Germans right now, like very German Bach. Beethoven, a lot of Moonlight Sonata, and also actually in the last few days while we were working on Aim and Duel, Bossa Nova is really good. Check out Bossa Nova playlists. Like you can listen to that all day. It is elevator music for a reason. Yeah. Because it can just play on and on and on. Or also in a pinch, if you need to, video game themes, like Final Fantasy, like all of those. Like I listen to that so much that I get some weird Pavlov dog thing when Marcus like turns on like a game, and I'm like, I know that. I know I'm supposed to do something, and then I get all excited. Yeah. So because I listen to music about 10 hours a day. Yeah, a lot. That's why we sit in silence.
Yeah,
when we get home.
Yeah, when we get home, it really is just a quiet house.
It's very quiet.
Yeah. As far as what I listen to, I usually listen to this ADD focus song that just goes wah, 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 for 3 hours straight.
That's cool.
Yeah, and
like
that really gets me.
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if that answers your question. It's not the Get Up Kids. It's not the Descendants. We have to listen to something that like just gets us in art, that whole thing. The Girl from Panama. That's what I'm into right now. That's all I'm listening. Soundbus 68, by the way. I don't know what I'm doing. It's great.
Negative Land asks, would you ever consider doing a series on Gigi Allen or the Germs?
No.
No.
We've been asked this before, and that's okay. We'll keep answering it.
No. Yeah, no. GG Allin is just, I don't know.
It's just not No Dogs material. A lot of times, I know we talk about a lot of, coming up soon, we talk about a lot of problematic type people. No one's a saint when we talk about them, of course. But it just, at the end of the day, you got to root for them just a little bit.
You got to like them a little bit.
You can't. It's just, for at least my personal experience, you really can't.
Yeah.
You really can't. And it's up to us to decide, and we have to feel it. We can't just do something because, we should or whatever. We got to do what we want to do.
Yeah. And didn't Darby Crash have some controversial comments?
Oh, yes. He used a couple Mexican slurs. So that kind of totally turned me off. And I was just like, I get it. Yeah, but watch a documentary, though. That's really cool. but the Mexican slurs and then laughing, okay, this is, I'm going to get into this really sad. But like a worker died in their house. And like they kind of almost like they sort of joked about it. Yeah. And it was some Mexican worker guy. And then after that, I was just like, no.
No, can't do the germs.
Everyone has a line. I'm not here to tell people. We're not here to tell people what to think or anything. Or you decide. That's what we've always said in No Dogs in Space. You get to decide on what kind of music, what kind of content that you think is appropriate for yourself. And that's why it brings us to our next segment.
It's time for Separate the Art from the Artist.
Yes.
There's a lot of guys to cover.
Yeah, there's a lot. And I think this is the first and last one. Who knows?
Yeah. Well, it's actually our second one because we did John Hinckley Jr. not too long ago.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
okay.
And I think I made my point on that one. I
don't remember what the point was.
Yeah, I think that, he filled the large, mentally ill-shaped hole in the singer-songwriter land that Daniel Johnston left.
Right, yes, that people were clamoring for.
So for today's Separate the Art from the Artist, we're going to do the ultimate Separate the Art from the Artist. We're going to do Charles Manson. Mm-hmm. Now we're going to talk...
We're gonna be serious.
Yeah,
we're gonna do it all serious like.
I like your mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to be talking about the music of Charles Manson. We're going to be talking about the history of Charles Manson as a musician before the Manson murders. And then at the very end, I think that I have a way to prove that we can separate the art from this artist. So let's start talking about Charles Manson's music. Really, most of the Charles Manson material out there, except for the stuff that was snuck out of Vacaville, comes from an album called Lie, The Love and Terror Cult. And there are some amazing songs on this album. You got Sick City, wonderful song.
Okay.
People Say I'm No Good. I mean, that one's a little on the nose, but hey, he used that. Well, he used that one because all of these songs, or at least most of these songs, were used primarily to brainwash his cult followers. They all have secret messages, and if you're on enough acid, and if you listen to these songs enough times, they will become embedded in your brain.
So young girls.
Yes, young girls, of course.
Just bringing in young girls with his music.
And there's also, there are songs that are a bit simple. Like, I love the song Garbage Dump, although most of the lyrics are garbage dump, oh garbage dump, why do you call it a garbage dump, oh garbage dump, why are you called a garbage dump?
I know, I was playing in the green room for all the dancers and no one danced. And that's why I think it sucks. All these songs, honestly, like the songs you've listed so far, I did listen to them all in a row.
Yeah.
And they were like, let's say like good enough for a campfire. But for like Columbia Records.
Well, that's the thing. You just
pass muster.
These are the rough demos, man. We don't even know what Charles Manson might have been able to accomplish had he actually made it into a studio and not pulled a knife on the engineer. But we'll get to that here in a second. Big Iron Door, another great song. Clang, bang, clang, clang, bang, clang, clang, clang. It's no ding dong. I'll say that.
Yeah.
It's not. It's close to a ding dong song, but it's not quite there.
Did he write these in prison?
Some of them he did, yes. Yeah, because that's what Big Iron Door is about, is because Charles Manson spent more time, even before the murders, he was in prison longer than he was out. He had spent most of his life in prison. And he learned how to play guitar in prison. He was taught by Alvin Creepy Karpus, a member of the Ma Barker gang. That's who taught him how to play guitar.
That makes sense.
And of course, there is the song on the Manson album, I'll Never Say Never to Always, which is sung by the Manson girls themselves, and it's truly a creepy song.
My brain broke when I tried to read that. I'll never say never to always.
Yeah.
So maybe always? It doesn't matter. None of it matters. That's the thing. It doesn't matter at all. These songs suck.
But I will say this. There was a stamp of approval way back when Neil Young was quoted as saying that Manson's music was, quote, unreal.
I don't think Neil Young remembers the 60s at all.
No, I think he does.
Are you sure?
He remembered Manson.
Probably mistook him from another guy. Because these songs, do you see the poetry in them when he sings them?
I do. That's what people would say about Charles Manson's music before he, of course, was, Charles Manson. Manson was just a dude in the late 60s music scene. He was just around and it was all. It's also important to remember, it's like a year between Manson getting out and the Manson murders.
He was not just a dude, because I have here in my notes, I found out Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys fame, of course, he took Manson to a Whiskey A Go-Go just to go hang out. And Manson freaked everyone out.
Yeah.
He started dancing and started flailing his arms and stuff like that. And he just emptied the entire Whiskey A Go-Go. He freaked out the regulars at that place. Yeah, and it's that's not an easy thing to do. No one wanted to be around him. He was like that homeless guy that we watched that documentary about who peed everywhere.
One bad night.
One bad night.
One bad night. One bad night, you freak out on the dance floor. But Charles Manson was in the scene. Mama Cass knew him. Everybody knew this guy. He was just around. And people said that Charles Manson would sit down and he would just make up songs on the spot. And they say that they would actually be beautiful. In fact, that's how he got one of his first cult members, Big Patty, Patricia Krenwinkel. Is that she was Patricia Krenwinkel.
You're really good at remembering all the names.
I know Charles Manson really well. I know. But yeah, Patricia Krenwinkel was at a party where Charles Manson was playing. It was a party in Malibu, and he was sitting there playing on his acoustic guitar. And everybody knows you hate the guy who brings the acoustic guitar to the party. Everybody hates that guy. Did you run into that guy much in college?
No, because no one wanted to be that guy.
Yeah, in Texas,
yeah.
I was a college radio kid.
Were you that guy?
I was not that guy. Our guy's name was Steve.
Okay.
Yeah, Steve was the guy who always brought the acoustic guitar to the party.
No one likes a Steve.
No, hey, there's plenty of Steves out there.
Thank you for your subs.
Everyone, yeah, thank you, thank you all the Steves who have subbed today. Thank you so much for Steving. But Manson was in there playing guitar, and Neil Young said that he could have a fly buzzing around him, and he'd sing the most beautiful poetic song about that fly that's buzzing around. Mm-hmm. Patricia Krenwinkel at this point she's straight. She's got a regular job. She's just doing what she does. She sees Charles Manson play, and she leaves with him. She leaves her car behind. She leaves her paycheck in her car, and she goes straight out with Manson. And from then on, she is a Manson girl.
He's such a tiny man, and I like tiny men, but I don't know how he has that kind of hold over women. That's the thing, because Lou Reed could do the same thing, right? In the late 60s, the mid to late 60s, Lou Reed had that style, he could just kind of bebop and play really cool stuff. But even then, he got rejected from left and right. Even Nico was well, she said something horrible, but even she dumped him.
I mean, dare I say it, it's a numbers game when it came to Charles Manson.
The shows bleed in all the time. We're all hanging out in the same house, by the way.
Well,
we work together.
Well, hey, I'm talking a lot about Charles Manson's music. Mm-hmm. Let's hear Charles Manson talk about his music himself. And he will also answer your question as to what he did to get these girls.
Okay.
The reason that the girls liked me was, hey now, I'm all around you. Hey now, up on your heart I can sing through.
I can see the judge's blouse just unbuttoning.
And I say, hey man, you got soul in that music. And I said, yeah, I play a little bit, you know. I like music. And they said, man, you're really somebody. I said, oh, I am? Oh, I just got out of jail. I don't know what somebody is.
Hi, I'm
They
new
like
in
my
town.
They say, man, we want to get you over. I said, get me over for what? They said, we take you down here to Beverly Hills, and we want to get you in because you're a star. I said, I'm a what? They said, you're a star. So they took me to the Beach Boys, and I went and I got on the surfboard, and I rode around, and I looked, and I said, gee, Huela Chingazos, this is more trouble than what I just got out of.
Vatos locos forever, man.
No, that whole, like, I just
Chingazo. Like, he learned that in prison.
He definitely
obviously.
did. But that whole, that I just got out of prison. We love this show called Love After Lockup that I think we've talked about on a show here and there.
We
But
watched it until it was too sad.
until I got way too sad.
Yeah.
Well, it also got just too self-aware. But Love After Lockup, it's a story about, it's kind of a 90-Day Fiancé type where people get into relationships with people in prison, and then the entire premise of the show is these two people trying to make a relationship work right after the prisoner is released.
But most of the time, it just entails them going to get fast food. And then they get in the fight, and then they break up, and then we go on to the next one.
But the first episode of every Love After Lockup, the first episode of the first season, is always somebody going to a clothing store to buy clothes for the person who's about to get out, and they always ask like, so who are you buying this for? And they always say, my girlfriend, you know, she's just about to get out of prison. And they always go, oh, interesting. That's because what else do you say to that answer? What else do you say to that?
You don't say anything. You walk away.
But
You walk away from
Well,
Charles Manson.
Okay, so now, I've showed Charles Manson talking about his power, talking about how he got things done. Carolina found a rebuttal video.
I have a rebuttal video.
Okay.
I think this really just kind of, it just hits the nail on the head. This is it. You know, case closed. Please.
Do you feel blame? Are you mad? Do you feel like Wolves Kebabs right Francis? Get Francis.
See, this would be a fun babysitter.
It's music of a kind.
He's just, he's just entertainment personified. Yes.
Okay, maybe he's more of a dancer than he is a singer.
He can't play, he can't sing, he can't write poetry, but I'm gonna give him one thing, and this is the one thing he can own.
Okay, I guess he can own dancing.
Oh,
Look at that.
Oh yeah, I'm in it.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Okay. All right. Okay. Nobody. Okay, you missed my entire dance. You
But you
literally
did.
missed the whole
We
thing.
can
You missed
maybe if I give you like a beat, like.
I have to do it with Manson.
Okay.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm going home with him?
See, this is how he gets you. That's exactly how he gets you.
But you still lose. It wasn't the songwriting. It was the this.
Hey, it's still the vibe, man. It's the charisma. That's what gets you, because all of a sudden I'm giving you a beat. Your husband is giving you a beat, and you instead say, "No, I can't do it without Charlie."
Charles, please.
Okay.
We can agree to disagree.
All right.
We can agree to like different things from a monster.
We can do that. So Charles Manson, he's in the scene. He shows up at Haight-Ashbury, 1968, 1969. He is in heaven. This is a con man. This is a guy who's been waiting his entire life for this sort of situation. He starts picking up girls here and there. They make their way down to Los Angeles. And these Manson girls are, of course, they're freewheeling. They're out there. They're hitchhiking everywhere. One day they get picked up by none other than Dennis Wilson of the Beach Boys.
That's when they go to Whiskey A Go-Go.
So Dennis Wilson brings these girls back to his house. They have a threesome. They have some wild, just fucking insane sex. And these girls say, hey, I know this guy Charlie. He's a musician. You're going to love him. Do you mind if he comes over? Dennis Wilson says, sure, bring him on over. And the Manson family does not leave for 3 months. They make their home in Dennis Wilson's home. And they make it so much so that Dennis Wilson just left. He did not try to kick them out because it was a very weird relationship between Dennis and Charles Manson.
Yeah, didn't he hide from him after a while?
He was very afraid of Charles Manson after a while.
Yeah, I thought he kicked them out. He didn't kick them out, or did his brothers have to do it for him?
I think a real estate agent kicked them out.
Okay.
Like Dennis Wilson just left because they had a very strange relationship because Dennis Wilson was kind of the beach boy that liked to live on the edge.
But also, I think it's because Charles Manson brought the girls.
He brought that was the big thing.
First you get the women, and then you get the power, and then eventually you can write poetry.
Yeah, and then you get the Manson.
Yeah.
But Dennis Wilson and Charlie, they used to play this weird game where out of nowhere Manson would pull out a knife, put it up to Dennis Wilson's throat, and say, you ready? Are you ready to die? You ready to die? And Dennis Wilson would just look at him and go, do it, cut my fucking throat, do it. And then they just laugh and laugh.
That's only for married couples.
It really is. And of course, Dennis Wilson liked him enough where he had a nickname for him. He called him the Wizard. And he mentioned him. There are interviews that you can find out there before the Manson murders where Dennis Wilson talks about my guy Charlie. I got this guy Charlie. He's a great singer-songwriter, Charlie Manson. I can't wait for people to hear his material. I call him the Wizard. But of course, later on in interviews when Dennis Wilson was asked about Charles Manson, he liked to say, I don't think we should talk about that.
No, this interview is over. They spent years just trying to wipe themselves clean from anything Manson related.
They really did.
Very
and
much so. Until later, eventually, I think they let it slip by accident.
Well, what's incredible is that the Beach Boys survived that.
Yeah.
Like that, and that tells you how good the Beach Boys were.
They're very good.
They're very good. And Soda Pop Rock is gifted 5 subs. We're now at 893. We're only about 100 away.
100 away from
969.
Okay, so we got a little bit more to go. Oh, I'm so excited. We will do it we'll do a dance off. We get there.
Lydia Depeche says we need a Charlie dance off between Marcus and Carolina. So it is very possible.
It's up to you to decide.
It's up to you to decide. If we let's say this, if we get to 910 subs by the end of this, 910, let's say 910 subs. If we get to 910 subs, then we will do a Manson dance-off at the end of this whole thing.
We only have 9 minutes, though.
Yeah, but it's
up to you.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. It is absolutely up to you.
Executioner.
So, of course, Manson started hanging out with Dennis Wilson, and he started hanging out with the Beach Boys. Mm-hmm. And Dennis Wilson loved his songwriting, so he took this song called Cease to Exist that Manson wrote, and he rewrote it as Never Learn Not to Love.
And you know what?
Oh,
my God. The sub-goal. All right, play the Manson song.
All right.
Come on, let's do
play
it.
the Manson song.
Come on, where is it?
Shit.
All
right, hit it already.
I knew this would happen.
Try to hit the music.
Actually, let's do 10,000.
All right. Well, while you guys work out the song, we will continue the story. So Manson. That's actually when Manson first starts to get pissed off in the music business because he got fucked on the publishing. Yeah, he did.
I can't believe I'm doing this. I'm defending Charles Manson. But the thing is, he said, you don't have to give me credit. You give me a motorcycle and some money. And then also, his people, Tex Watson, they ruined a Ferrari. They totaled a Mercedes.
They did.
So it was all, basically, compensation for all that shit. So it wasn't like he got fucked over. What am I doing?
Well, he would have had some good royalties going throughout.
But he spent hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Well, I think later someone told him, hey, did you get royalties on that? And he said, no, I just got an upfront payment. And someone said, you got fucked. And so that gave him a reason to be pissed off.
9 victims.
But through the Beach Boys, Charles Manson met a man named Terry Melcher. Terry Melcher was one of the big producers of the day. This is the guy that produced Mr. Tambourine Man, the Byrds version. He produced Turn, Turn, Turn.
I love that song.
He played backup on Pet Sounds.
You sound like the guys, like in the infomercial about like the get your CD now of all the best 60s and 70s music of the day.
If you remember these hits from way back when you were young, just remember Mr. Tambourine Man. Turn, Turn, Turn. Eve of Destruction. That one's a bit strong for one of those.
Barry McGuire, a little too much. I know we're all pro America.
But hey, listen, I didn't know that Terry Melcher wrote Kokomo. That's incredible.
Oh, I used to actually really love that song because it has my name on it.
Really?
Hidalgo, Montego.
Well, in one version of Terry Melcher is a big part of the Manson story, and there's two different versions of the Terry Melcher-Manson connection. One says that Melcher actually auditioned Manson for Columbia Records, that it was a very serious audition, and of course it just didn't really work out. The other version is that Terry Melcher just went out to Spahn Ranch one day, he heard a couple of Charlie songs, and he wasn't impressed. However, I think that the last story is absolutely not true. I think it's somewhere in between.
Why would not be true? I mean, we know he's not good enough for Columbia. I mean, this is the time when Patti Smith, the real poet, is being signed by Columbia Records.
But that's the thing. There's this wonderful book that I've been reading called Chaos that talks that really digs deeper into Manson's involvement in the 1960s scene. It's very interesting. And there was a story that somebody told that said that there were actually a couple of corroborating witnesses that said that Terry Melcher actually went out to Manson's ranch and when he was on acid after the murders to beg Charlie for forgiveness. Interesting story. Very interesting story.
I don't know. That seems dubious. Am I using the word correctly?
But the other half of this is Phil Kaufman. Phil Kaufman was the guy who recorded all of the shit for Lie, Love, and Terror Cult. Or Lie, the Love and Terror Cult.
He recorded Charles Manson.
Yeah, he recorded Charles Manson.
And how did he know Charles Manson?
He was in prison with Charles Manson.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm surrounded by convicts. Cool, great, okay.
And of course, there's
here's a contract. Sorry.
And of course, there's all the music shit. There's the music connections to the murders, which are all bullshit. Terry Melcher used to live in the Cielo Drive house. Phil Kaufman used to live in the house next to the La Biancas. But the whole Helter Skelter thing, it's absolute bullshit. We're probably going to be doing a Manson episode on Last Podcast on the Left of Redux in the future, and we'll get into it fully there. But let's get to the music itself with the covers, because I want to recontextualize this song. And there have been many people who have done Charles Manson covers over the years. Most famously, Guns N' Roses did a cover of Look at Your Game Girl on the Spaghetti Incident, their covers album. And it was awful. It was a terrible cover. That's insane. Axl Rose, one of the best singers in rock history, couldn't hit Charles Manson's notes.
And he could bring in girls.
Yeah.
Now, that's a real thing. Because I told you, when I was 8, I wanted to marry Axl Rose.
Yes, of course. And I understand that completely.
I changed my mind since then.
Marilyn Manson did a cover of Sick City, which, it's terrible. But the most covered Manson song is Home is Where You're Happy. And that's simply because it's Manson's best song. In fact, it got a weird resurgence on TikTok recently because someone did Home is Where You're Happy as a TikTok song, but nobody knew that it was a Charles Manson song. And since it's such a good song, it fucking took off. And there were all these people singing a Manson song that had no idea it was a Manson song.
You see? Artist, and then here goes art. And it's just right there. That's Marcus's, that's your argument.
That's the first part of the argument.
Oh my God, we got like 2 minutes.
We have a couple of minutes left, but we can do this. The Lemonheads also did a cover of Charles Manson's song, Look at Your Game Girl, but they did it exactly like Charles Manson. And of course, Devendra Banhart also did a cover of Home is Where You're Happy. He's one of those like freak folk guys from the early to mid 2000s that are kind of embarrassing now, but he also did it in like the folky, weird, creepy tune. Everyone does it in the folky, weird, creepy tune. But I want to recontextualize this into a different realm.
No, this is cool. This is us at Koi Restaurant 2 weekends ago eating sushi. Go ahead.
To truly separate the art from the artist, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to turn this song from a creepy cult clickbait brainwash tune into a playful and encouraging ode to individuality, self-reliance, self-love, and self-esteem.
I support this.
And I am going to accomplish this by doing it in the style, the master of that genre, singer-songwriter Jonathan Richman of the Modern Lovers.
All right. Okay, I'm excited for this. Okay, so you're going to get your thing, right? Okay, so Marcus is going to set it up. I'm going to give him a little bit of space because the spotlight's on you, man. It's on you.
All right.
It's so exciting.
Here we go. Your home is where you're happy. It's not where you're not free. Your home is where you can be what you are, 'cause you were born to be. Now, they'll show you their castles and diamonds for all to see. But they'll never show you that peace of mind, 'cause they don't know how to be free. So burn all your bridges. Leave your old life behind. You could do whatever you want to do, 'cause you're strong in your mind. That's right. So anywhere you might wander, oh, you can make that your home. 'Cause as long as you've got love in your heart, you'll never be alone. As long as you've got love in your heart, you'll never be alone. Good night. See? You can totally do it.
That was awesome.
Don't you feel better about yourself? Don't you feel like you can do anything?
Yeah, I'm going to say you're almost correct.
That was really great. No, that was really, really good.
Thank you so much.
Hats off to you.
I will say my guitar playing is not as good as my synth playing, but hey, we take what we can get.
We got to see both.
Getting real. We are at 965 subs. Come on, guys. We got 1 minute left.
We're going to leave in 1 minute, guys.
We got to leave it. We got to do the Manson dance.
Can we cue that up?
Let's cue that up. All right, we're about to cue it up.
If not, we'll just look stupid without music. Doesn't matter.
We just hit the goal.
We
just hit the goal. Yeah!
Cue the music.
Yeah, cue the music if we got it. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's not Manson music. That's Manson yelling. Oh, here we go. Oh. What happened?
I can still do it, man.
Still do it. I was in Prague for 3 days doing this.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for hitting the goal. Thank you for hitting 969 subs. Thank you so much for playing with us. Thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Thank you. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Actually, we'll see you guys later today.
Yeah, we'll see you later today.
Beer in our hands.
I'll see you at the last podcast. Don't get kicked off Twitch Stream Edition. And I will especially see you at the Roundtable Reunion. Got a lot of good news stories for you coming up. Goodbye, y'all. Have a good one.